football field, their new school, their new campus, but today they have an old rivalry. The Harrisburg Cougars come on the road here today in a beautiful environment, full crowd, but you know what? It's a big game. And this rivalry is about to end here for the next 3 years. Talk about what this rivalry's meant to high school football in Central PA.
Well, I mean, you think about it. Just last year, previous years, they were right down in middle of Harrisburg. And when they played each other, the whole town, whole community came out. All these kids know each other. They went to school with each other back when they were younger. They know each other. It's a rival game. The problem is it's going to end today for a couple of years, and I think it's a little sad. But for today, it stays. And I think these players are ready. They're pumped. They're jacked. And this is the first game of the season. It sets the tone. Last night was the beginning of football in the Harrisburg area, and today I like to call it the crescendo. This is the two big schools going against each other to start the season. Whoever wins this game, I think it propels them real nicely for the season coming ahead.
Well, we have the Commonwealth champion and the Keystone champion. We'll have more pregame, the Faulkner Honda Subaru pregame after these messages.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward. Just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or at least this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
We're back with the Faulkner Subaru Game of the Week. Also, right now, talking a little bit about what we need to do, what the Cougars will need to do today to make it a very effective football game here on the road.
Well, I think it all starts with the offensive line. They're replacing 5 starters from that offensive line last year, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means we don't know those players yet. So this is the game where they want to set and establish themselves as players in this league and for the rest of the season. On the defensive side of the ball for the Cougars, they must play fast, they must play aggressive, they must limit mistakes. You cannot give a team as experienced as Bishop McDevitt any kind of opportunities that they don't need to have. So turnovers need to be cut down, and they must cut down on those simple, silly penalties that usually plague a first game with young players.
Well, you know, the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders, they try to set their aspirations big time. PIAA contenders, District 3 champions. They were the Keystone champions last year. There is some pressure, but Jerome, they have 15 starters back on this team. What will they need to do right away to just balance that offensive attack with Rob Martin?
Well, I got a chance to talk to assistant coach Winston Horshaw today, and he talked about this experience that everyone seems to think that they have, and they do have it. The problem with this experience is it's still young. They're still a young team, but they're very experienced. But they're going to want to set the tone early against a Harrisburg team that can be tough. So they have to come out, use that experience, and set the tone and do the things they need to do. It's important to be confident, but not too confident to where you take a Harrisburg Cougar team lightly. They want to be confident, come into the game, set the tone, be able to establish themselves and take control of this game early. If they can do that, they'll probably have success for the rest of the game and possibly for the season.
Well, championship football teams are built on players. Let's talk a little bit about the Harrisburg Cougars. They have a Rutgers recruit in Rob Martin. Let's talk about, he might be literally having about 25, 26 carries a game. What will he need to do? He's a key player to watch today.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rob Martin is probably one of the state's better running backs in the league. Rutgers is getting a very good recruit. I got a chance to see him last year, over 1,800 yards. He had 18 touchdowns. This guy, he's just a phenomenal player, and I think they're going to feed the ball to him very often. Harrisburg wants to get him established in the run game. It's going to be important to do that. Now, there's a lot of heat up here today. It's a hot day, so your reserves are going to be important. So Darius Ray is going to be important in that he's going to be the reserve running back. Last year, he had over 400 yards rushing, had about 7 touchdowns, so he's going to be counted on to spell that running game at times, along with some other young players that they have coming up.
Now, with the Crusaders, Bishop McDevitt, it's kind of hard to pinpoint at least one key player, but we have to talk. They have a couple that stand out. They have a running back, Andre Robinson, listed at 205. He had 18 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards last year. He will get a lot of touches today. How will he be effective?
Well, I'll tell you, Andre Robinson, I got a chance to look at him on the field today. He's really put together. He worked really hard in the offseason. He lost a couple of pounds, so he's a lot quicker than what he was last year. So you're looking at him to explode. He's one of 2 1,000-yard rushers on this team. So that lets you know that the Crusaders can run the ball, and Robinson is getting some Notre Dame look, so he's also a Division I prospect. Kobe White, sophomore this year, was a freshman last year. He lit it up in the receiving corps, had over 20-plus yards per reception last year for a freshman. So he's coming back to handle that air assault. And then Nick Marsilio will take over quarterback reins for Alec Werner, who ended up going to Kutztown and is now the starting quarterback there. He's going to be the conductor to take all this talent and then be able to push it down the field for this Crusader team this game and through the rest of the season, and possibly even a deep playoff run.
Well, the atmosphere is set here at Bishop McDevitt at Mr. Artenzio's field. He spoke earlier. We've got a great crowd, a great sunny day for high school football. And it's kickoff time. Robinson set to receive for the Crusaders, takes the ball across the 25, across the 30, and a nice gain up the middle, Jerome, and it's on. It is high school football Saturday. Bishop McDevitt, Harrisburg Cougars, and really, I tell you what, you look around and it's absolutely, not only is it beautiful with the Appalachian Mountains in the background over the trees, but the crowd has came. They've left Market Street. They've made the march up here to One Crusader Way is the address, I think it is.
Yes, it is. And I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is amazing. And this is a packed place. I mean, there's so many people here. Just a great venue for Saturday morning football.
First play for scrimmage for the Crusaders. The handoff to Robinson up the middle to the right side. That's his first carry. Expect to see that, Jerome. And it really looked like they just talk a little bit about just stacking those big tight ends on one end and running him off of the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, what you want to do in that case is you want to establish and set the tone on the line of scrimmage. So sometimes when you put double tight on one side, it makes it a power formation to that side. So you're able to try to get your guys out there on the block, but I think Harrisburg defends that very well and was able to come up and make the play.
Called about a 2nd down and 8 for the Crusaders. They give to Robinson, and a host of tacklers coming up for the Harrisburg Cougars. Making the initial stop is Mike Perlowski, or excuse me, correction on that. Making the initial stop is number 32, Joseph Adams, linebacker, 6 foot 200 pounds for the actual Cougars. That's 2nd down, and they picked up maybe 2 yards for Robinson. That's a 3rd down and 6.
This defensive front already for Harrisburg, they're establishing the line of scrimmage pretty well. I mean, 2 carries, they only got 4 yards total. So it's 3rd down and a long 6 or 7 yards for the Crusaders is going to force Marsilio to throw the ball possibly.
Twins to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Marsilio with a nice ball, throws it right on the money. And right across the midfield, but it's a fumble, actually picked up and recovered. A heads-up play by Tyrone Gibson, the fumble by Kobe White. Actually gives them more yards as well. Right. And I tell you what, it was a great ball by Marsilio.
Yeah, great ball by Marsilio. There wasn't really a mistake by Harrisburg. I mean, it's a little bit of soft coverage on that corner, but the tackle was made, stripped the ball's loose, and luck, you didn't get it. McDevitt was able to get more yards tacked onto it.
Big gain. Crossed midfield at about, let's call it about the 38-yard line. Shotgun formation for Marsilio. Marsilio swing out to Robinson. Robin down the sidelines, and man, coming up to make a great, Davis Ray came up to make the saving tackle, but I tell you what, he might have been gone.
Yeah, Daquan Ware had an amazing opportunity to come up from that corner position and make a play, and he just did not get a good opportunity to wrap, the ball carrier, and bam, extended down the field, more yards, and now you have that Crusader offense, they're rolling.
Now the chains are moving for the Crusaders. Their second first down pickup. Third down conversions are going to be very big in this game, and they came back with Marsilio on a 3rd down and 6 to set this up. What a play, busting out of nowhere. That is Rob Martin, the Rutgers recruit. Now he plays running back, but talk a little bit about him at the linebacker position. I tell you what, you talk about blowing up a play, Jerome, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do is come, and that's called downhill football. Martin just came downhill. The Crusaders' offensive line did not pick him up, and he was able to set the tone and create a loss on the play.
Make it 2nd down, 14 actually, and we have our first flag of the game. Expecting to see some flags here in the early play with 9:38 to play.
And we'll see a little of that for, first game of the season. There's some first game jitters. I got a chance to see the CD game last night against Manheim Township. A lot of flags all over the place, but I think both teams played very well. You'll see that the first game. It's a lot of adrenaline. You've been practicing all summer, but the adrenaline rush pushes the game up. Everything is up. Everything is heightened. You're more antsy, and it opens up for mistakes. So you got to still play sound football, and Harrisburg gives up a couple yards on that play.
That was an offsides on the defense. That's going to give 6 yards for the Crusaders at 2nd down and 9. Marsilio sets up the screen to his left side. Coming across to make the catch is Rashard Lawson.
Marsilio's pass complete to Rashard Lawson.
And Gary Jones, a linebacker, 5'10", 200-pound senior, coming up to make the tackle.
And it was a good play by Jones. Good read and recognition to come up, make a sound tackle. You don't want to give these Crusader running backs any extra room. You want to hit, wrap, tackle, get them to the ground. Good tackle right there.
3rd down 11, 8:47 to play here in the first quarter of this Market Street March, the Market Street matchup. Shotgun formation, twins to the right. Marsilio finding his receiver, and he's been really, right now, the poise out of Marsilio. And talk a little bit about it. 6'3", this is not a little quarterback. He has big shoes to fill, though.
He definitely has big shoes to fill, but we talked about it earlier before the pregame of how McDevitt reloads. So you always have players in the pipeline that are ready to step in and take charge. And I think it's Marsilio's turn. It's his turn. Alec Werner is gone. He held down the reins for a couple years. Now it's his turn to guide the Crusaders, and he's doing a wonderful job to start off the season.
That was Gibson on the reception. Give to Robinson off to the right, running hard, picking up about 4.
He may have got the first down.
And also looks like it's going to move the chains and bringing up a first down. That's the second third down conversion. And early on, you expect teams and you expect offenses to really come out a little tight, but the Crusaders have come out that offsides on the defense of the Cougars, a mistake you can't make against a very good number 2 in the state Crusader team.
Yeah, you definitely can't make those mistakes. But the Crusaders are moving. They're using that offensive line. Jordan Mosley, the senior, is really doing a good job up front leading that group right now.
And there's Robinson across the middle. That's touchdown. Andre Robinson on his 5th carry. 8-play drive for the Crusaders, and they put 6 on the board already here with 7:40 to play.
And again, that offensive line did their job. Jordan Mosley, Anthony Long, Kendrick Lewis, Tommy Moore, and Devin Diebler, all of them did a great job of opening holes. And you see, you cannot take Robinson down with an arm tackle. You just can't. We talked about he's in shape. He had a really good offseason, and you have to hit him, wrap him, get him to the ground, and gang tackle him. Get a lot of players on to converge on him.
Well, Swigert's kick is up and good, and the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders score 8-play drive. More football after these messages.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can.
stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance event.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeowners and dreams come true.
7 points on the board. That was a 10-play drive, a 17-yard touchdown by Andre Robinson. And as you said, Jerome, no arm tackling.
Yeah, you definitely can't arm tackle, and that goes for both backs. Now, Harrisburg wants to answer here. They want to answer. They gave up an opening drive touchdown. It was a long drive in the heat, and Harrisburg wants to come back, and you want to match McDevitt in coming down and trying to put points on the board right off the bat.
Swigert's kick went out of bounds. That's going to give decent field position for, at one point I thought it was going to bounce in the end zone before it went out of bounds. It's going to give pretty good field position for the Harrisburg Cougars. Expect to see a lot of, and if you can talk about it, Jerome, what we saw in pregame, what Harrisburg looks like they're going to do is stacking. They've also gone double tight on one side, very effective, running Martin off the tackles.
Yeah, and you get a good look of this offensive line in a bunch formation that shows power. This is power football.
Bryce Hall keeps it. Bryce Hall breaks a tackle. He's crossed the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, the 10. Power running, touchdown. Cougars on their first play from the line of scrimmage. And I tell you what, you know who made this call? Faulkner Subaru will be in Faulkner Honda. The presidents will be coming up with their picks of the week. This week I talked to Matt Smith on the telephone, and he said expect the Cougars to upset the Crusaders here. And I don't know if the president's right on that, but I know he's right on my Subaru Forester he sold me. But I tell you this, 1-play drive, touchdown.
Exactly. You talk about a 10-play drive by the Crusaders, and then on Harrisburg's first play, the quarterback breaks tackles and takes it the distance. And you can't, again, we talked about tackling. Tackling has been the story of football at every level. Appropriate form tackling. Not arm tackling, not head tackling, but tackling.
Well, we've tied it up, 65-yard TD run. More football and a great matchup. More football to come after these messages.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into the...
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward. Just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance event.
Robinson set to receive. How will the Crusaders answer? Robinson across the 25, hit pretty hard, and a host of Cougar tacklers. But a 67-yard play drive out of number 1, Darius Davis-Ray. He had 435 yards and 7 TDs last year, but I saw something, and I'm sure you saw from a coaching perspective, he broke a tackle.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it. Darius Ray, he's 190 pounds, so he's not small. I mean, people see 190 pounds like, oh, he's small. Well, he's put together pretty good. And sometimes it's just about keeping your legs churning, keeping your legs pumping, and that's exactly what he did. And we talked about tackling. That's going to be important this entire game. And for every team, tackling, it's such an emphasis, like I said before the break.
Well, on one side, we have flags down, our second flag of the game. But let's talk a little bit about the coaching staff. Jeff Wechter at Bishop McDevitt. Just in the last 5 years, he's 62-11. But what a great year Coach Everett had at Harrisburg. Talk a little bit about how happy he must be on that sideline one play. Giving the ball back to McDevitt. His defense didn't have much of a rest, but talk about how happy he is probably with just that one line of scrimmage play.
Well, I'll tell you, he definitely is. And one of the things that Coach Everett was able to do was last year, everyone has always talked about the talent that Harrisburg has, the athleticism that their teams have had throughout the decades. But the problem has always been, can they put it together? Well, last year, they put it together and almost had a chance to win a district title. So that lets you know that when you have a season like that, it could springboard and propel you into a consistent pattern of being at the top of the Commonwealth. And that's what Harrisburg is looking to do.
Well, they were 6-1 in the Commonwealth last year. They're coming up against the Keystone champion. Now, the Keystone division, you know, we've talked a little bit about the balance in both divisions, but they say it's a McDevitt, Susquehanna Indian Conference, but you can't count other teams out in these conferences. Sometimes you go on the road, you play tough games, and you never know, do you?
No,
on
you
any
never
given
know.
Friday night or Saturday morning, you never know. 7:17 to play, 7-7 game, first down and 10. It's a quick pitch. The right side is Rashad Lawson. Did he get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up 1 or 2 there? Let's just call it even. He picked up 1 yard, making a 2nd down and 9, 7 minutes to play here. How will the Crusaders answer? They've had a 10-play drive set up by a 17-yard touchdown by Andre Robinson on their first drive.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am impressed, and I think Coach Everett has something to go on with this defense. This defense has shown the ability to come up and make plays and really be a force. So it's a chess game. It's a chess match between these two clubs. Harrisburg's not backing down, and I have to say early on, I am impressed with the aggressiveness, and we talked about that in pregame, being aggressive and fast, and they're playing just like that.
Well, Coach Wechter wants a timeout. Looks like he wants to look and talk a second to his team. More football here. The Market Street matchup is on one Crusader way now. More football coming up after these messages.
I'd like to remind you to buy today's program.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
30-13.
Bishop McDevitt, 3rd down, 13, 6:03 to play. Big conversion here. They're backed up a little bit, Jerome.
Yeah, Marsilio got sacked on that last play, and again, the aggressiveness of that defense, the secondary did its job, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to give Marsilio any open receivers so that he has to scan the field so your lineman can get down and bear down on him.
Marsilio looking down the sideline. Looks like Kobe Wright will miss the intended ball, but you know what? Kobe Wright has some very quick skills. You see him fasten that secondary, but talk about the matchup that I saw. This D-back, these defensive backs, are actually doing a very good job for the Harrisburg Cougars, and they're getting a lot of nice up-front push from some big boys in the middle.
Carlos Balcom was the corner on that play, just played it brilliantly. That's exactly what you want to do. Use the sideline as your extra defender. He was step for step for the receiver, made a play on the ball, almost picked it off, and turned into an offensive player because he was in such good position. Great defensive play. Good 3-and-out series for the Cougars.
3-and-out will bring up a punting situation for Bishop McDevitt. The ball is spotted at the 24-yard line. And we'll have a Harrisburg timeout this time to talk over with 5:38 to play. And so far, action has been quick, and this couldn't be a better stop for the Harrisburg Cougars. After that one-play drive, a 67-yard touchdown by Davis Ray, that defense had to come right back onto the field in what I call very humid conditions right now.
Yeah, and they held, and that's what you want to do. And again, this is setting up for a very, very good contest. And I know a lot of pundits have picked Bishop McDevitt, the Crusaders, because of their experience. And I always said, just because Harrisburg doesn't have a bunch of players that had a ton of experience doesn't mean they're not ready for their opportunity. And what you're seeing is a bunch of guys flying around. They've been waiting in the wings to get out here, and they're doing that.
Bobby Zwigert set to punt.
Harrisburg, Bobby Swider, kicking for Bishop McDevitt.
Darius Ray, that's actually, correction on that, that was Daquan Ware was set back to receive the punt, and looked like for a second he had some room to run. He's going to cross the 50-yard line, setting up an opportunity for the Cougars here on their second.
Yeah,
second.
Very good return. It was definitely a good return, Todd. And I think now it's about the Crusaders. Let's see if they can continue this on, continue that momentum. Defense did well, offense, one play touchdown. Let's see what they got next.
Rob Martin yet in the eye, yet to touch. One play drive, quarterback keeper up the middle. Clark is going to keep it, picking up about 3 yards. Make it 6, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 5 and 6 yards on a quarterback keeper on the first play, you're doing pretty well. So that, you know, that's a good opportunity. You're across the 50. Why not do that? And you said it. Martin has not even touched the ball yet. He made a great defensive play earlier in the game, but has not touched the ball yet. And we're already 5:16 left in the first quarter.
I think anybody watching today probably would have said to themselves, we actually have an injury. Hopefully everybody is okay here. The Cougars in that all white with those dark helmets and those silver numbers. Looks like that's Jelani Miles marching off there. That might have looked like his left ankle, holding the left ankle.
No, I think it was the quarterback, Daquan Waters.
Was it Waters? See, Waters is coming in lining up at times and almost, you know, we call it spread, but in sort of a Wildcat-type formation. Cougars coming out in their shotgun formation. They've got twins to left and right. They're in motion. Daquan Waters down the sideline is going to cross the 20-yard line, picking up a big gain by the Cougars.
I'll tell you, that was just an amazing run.
I got it. The numbers, that actually was Rob Martin, his first catch. He took it directly from the snap, took it to the left side, picked up more than 15 crossing the 20-yard line, and now they're marching in the red zone already.
And you said it is a little difficult because Harrisburg's uniforms with their numbers is difficult to see, so those at home will try to get the numbers correct.
Well, they got the silver on that.
Yeah,
it's silver on that white right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, especially a 1 and a 7.
I tell you what, the quickness already that you see, the jump to the ball and a lot of host of tacklers came up making the initial stop was Anthony Descent, the junior, 5'10", 165. He also doubles as a receiver on the offense at times. But the Cougars press, they're moving the ball, bringing it up a 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted on the 15-yard line with this red zone, make it 12-yard line, 4:36 to play. A red zone opportunity for the Cougars. In that red zone, Jerome, talk about a little bit like when high school football, we talk so much on Saturdays about college football.
Right.
Those red zone opportunities they're very few sometimes.
Well, when you get in the red zone, it gets a little difficult because the field is shorter, so the defense has more support because the out-of-bounds line in the end zone, you can't just run and stretch down the field, so you have less to cover.
Greg Artis-Payne coming up to make the tackle. That's Martin's second carry. He crossed the right side. 4 possessions in the red zone. He picks up about 4, call it 5. 3rd down and 2, bringing up a big 3rd down and 2, 3:50 to play here. Pushing right up the middle, just as you call, just absolutely. That is what we call smash mouth football, Jerome.
It definitely is, and I'll tell you what, everybody talked about that offensive line. Well, let's Jermaine Howe, 6'4", 280-pound senior, and I'll tell you what, when you see your tackle in the end zone from 7 yards out, blocking someone in the end zone, that lets you know that your offensive line is doing what they're supposed to do.
Bryce Hall picking up the 1st down, picked up about 4 yards. 1st down, 3. The ball spotted on the 3-yard line. Martin was in motion. Shotgun formation coming up, making great penetration. That's number 33, making the play that he needed today. That's Mike Perlowski. We'll call his name a lot. That's his 3rd tackle already this morning.
Yeah, that's Perlowski just playing good, sound football. Read your keys. Read where the guards take you. Come up, make a play, and there you go.
Got to get tough here in the red zone. The Crusaders backs against the wall. 2nd down 4. Harrisburg looking much more effective than we thought with this offensive line. There's a quick pitch to the right side. Great penetration. Rob Martin on his 3rd carry will actually come up with a loss.
Brandon Stanback comes up from the secondary and makes a sound tackle on the play. And now it brings up 3rd down for the Cougars. And now McDevitt's tightened up. And I told you, once you get to the red zone, it can be harder to score sometimes because of the fact that you don't have as much room to work with back there. And for the defense, all the end lines become part of your defense.
7th play of this drive, 2:11 here in the 1st quarter. Time's ticking away. Mikel Clark in shotgun formation. That's Martin to his left, Twins out to the right. And it looks like Bishop McDevitt's going to jump off sides. A costly penalty here, their 2nd flag of the game.
And you can see Mikel Clark, he did a hard count, which was able to draw Bishop McDevitt's defense off sides. And I think what happened was you see McDevitt's coming up in a blitz formation, possibly run blitz to try to get at Mikel and try to shut that run game down and force them to throw.
Was that actually on Harrisburg jumped offside? So back that up.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's definitely McDevitt.
It's McDevitt. It's just half the distance.
We're half the distance to the goal line, 1:44 to play. Clark, hard snap. Rob Martin off to the left side, touchdown. He squares his shoulders, he's in. 8 plays of the drive, Rob Martin touchdown. The Rutgers recruit goes off the left tackle for a 4-yard TD scamper. And it's unbelievable early on. 2 possessions, 2 scores for the Cougars.
Well, again, we talked about the concern for the Cougars was this offensive line. Well, people, I don't think that's a concern anymore.
Scratch any concern you have about the offensive line.
If you're a Cougar fan, you know, and you thought, oh my God, our offensive line may be a problem. Well, what you saw is no. This offensive line is not an issue. They will be fine.
Well, they put 14 on the board, 1:34 to play. The Harrisburg Cougars take the lead. More football to come after these messages.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward. Just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Joel Davis's kick was up and good, 14 points on the board. And really, Jerome, just take a quick second. I don't know that I really expected it. Maybe I should. But McDevitt looked like they're on their heels a little bit defensively. Looked like some of the heat might have taken their toll on them. And I'm telling you what, that offensive line got the push they needed.
Right.
And then when you got a running back that can square his shoulders and run off the tackle like Martin, it's a very effective part of this game right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to run the ball, it establishes the line of scrimmage and sets the tone. So, and I think right now Harrisburg is doing a good job of doing that. And with that offensive line, we're seeing them mature and grow together a little bit against a very, very good McDevitt defense. And let's not forget that this defense it brings a lot of guys back, and they're very talented, and this looks to be a very big strength for McDevitt. And you see Harrisburg with those big guys up front that are showing that they can play.
Joel Davis, or excuse me, Andre Robinson crossed the right side. Ball spotted on about the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10, 3rd possession of the day for McDevitt. The give is to Andre Robinson off to the left side. And up making a wonderful tackle for Harrisburg is Gary Jones.
They're just doing a good job, the defense, and they're making it difficult for Bishop McDevitt, and that's what you need to do. The Crusaders, they want to establish their running game as well, and they have, as you know, they have an explosive running game that they can put on anyone in probably the state. So they want to establish their running game, and you're seeing that. That helps out a quarterback that doesn't have a lot of experience.
Robinson over 35 yards on the day already. Marsilio back to pass. That pass is going to be incomplete. His intended receiver, Tyrone Gibson, number 7. It's going to bring up a third down and 6.
And that was just a timing route, and probably one of the more difficult routes to throw in football is an out. Now, that was a shallow out instead of a deep out, but an out, people see an out, they see a short pass. Well, you think about it, from where the quarterback is throwing, it actually needs to be on a rope. That needs to be a zip pass out there, and it has to be accurate. So it's a very difficult pass to throw, and some of the greats that have played football ever are very good at that. They have that cannon to be able to get it out there.
Marsilio out of the shotgun formation finds his intended receiver, number 8, Austin Anderson, coming up making a tackle, and he crosses almost to get to the 50-yard line and picks up the first down, and that's the third down conversion of this game. They also picked up a big 4th down conversion as well. They're 1 for 1 on first down conversions, 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. And
now you see the offensive line for Bishop McDevitt and Jordan Mosley really giving Marsilio some time to deliver a good ball. And you see, when he has time, he can put the ball on the money.
4th play of this drive, first down, chains are moving. We have the whistle.
Timeout, Harrisburg.
Harrisburg wants to take a look at it. Coach Everett wants to talk to his crew. Maybe, if anything, maybe this is a good opportunity with 14 seconds to go to just get him some water and talk for a second. Let's get a hold here. Saw something he didn't like. And, you know, early on, I really am impressed on both sides of the ball. We've had 3 total penalties, but, you know, you expect a lot of mistake-ridden football early on, and I think 2 teams look very poised, though, as far as offensively speaking.
Right. You haven't seen tons of mistakes, so I think right now this is the product of sound discipline during the offseason. You know, these guys they're playing very well, and it's encouraging. I think Pennsylvania football is still about, at times, power football. And you see McDevitt in that pro set where, you know, you see that spread offense is taking almost the country by storm in many offenses. McDevitt still, they sit in that traditional power football with the fullback, the tailback, the Z and the X receivers, and then the tight end. So you're able to do power, you're able to do receiver football, and you still have enough athletes on the field to be able to play conventional power football.
First down and 10 will be the last play of the first quarter. Marsilio gives to Gibson off the right side. Coming up and making a great tackle, number 33 for the Harrisburg Cougars. Or actually, it's Joseph Adams for the Cougars.
And what you see on the defensive side of the ball is when a team plays power football, that's a base set like that, you get to have your base package in there. You don't have to flood in 2 or 3 corners to come back in to join the other 3 and have just a secondary of 5 or 6 D-backs. You can have your standard 4-3 or 3-4 look with 4 linebackers, and you can play a base defense against it. So that's a good thing, too, for the Cougars, and they're playing well.
We've got one in the book. More to come after these messages.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
Lease a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or lease this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Marsilio's pass, a big play. He went to the big tight end, number 81, on the right side. And you'll take it a look, Chad Cortez, or excuse me. was Cortez on the right side, and that was a nice play to the big tight end. And I wondered if the Crusaders would start to use that tight end addition, because they do have some big bodies on those ends.
Well, in this case, they're in a double tight formation, which can be a power formation, or you can throw out of it and hit those seams with the tight ends.
Robinson with the give. A lot of white jerseys on the tackle, coming up to make the initial tackles. Gary Jones, linebacker. He's been called 4 times already today on tackles.
And again, you're not going to bring Robinson down with just an arm tackle. You either got a you form tackle or gang tackle, and you saw the Cougars are really flying to the ball defensively.
Andre Robinson has 8 touches already. Shotgun formation. Marsilio back to pass on 2nd down. And looks like they're going to pick up the first down, but a fumble. I think he was already down. Harrisburg says they have the ball, but no, they're going to initial it down. Andre Robinson came out of the backfield for that catch.
And that was just a solid defensive play. I mean, that was a good defensive play. Good close on the ball by number 5, Mikael Clark, that just comes right up and makes the tackle, form tackle, and it's a 3rd down and short.
I feel like Marsilio showed some good poise already today. 3rd down and 1. They're 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. The give is to Robinson off the right side to the 5. Touchdown, Crusaders. And when you give the big boy the ball at 205 pounds, squaring up the shoulders, that's another touchdown. That's his 9th carry of the game, 2nd touchdown of the game. The first one was a 17-yarder. Jerome, power football you keep talking about.
Power football, power football, power football, and you cannot have power football without an offensive line. And what you saw right there is that offensive line, they did exactly what they needed to do. They got out on the defenders, and they got into the 2nd level, and there you go. You give Robinson a seam, he's gone, and that's what you saw.
11-play drive, 28-yard TD by Robinson, and the kick is up and good, and just like that, we're all squared away, 14-14. More great football after these messages. Oh, the kick was no good. Take that back. I thought it went up through the uprights.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Swiggert's kick was no good, and man, I tell you what, those extra points could come back to haunt you. Cougars getting the ball up 14-13. They dodged a little bit of a bullet with this missed extra point. Ware off to the right side. Ware down the sideline, cross the 30, cross the 40 with a great pickup.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about it, special teams. But you're going to have a flag, which is usually some sort of penalty that's going to bring this back. It's in that holding or illegal block in the back range, and that's exactly what it is. So it negates a very good return by Ware.
And I tell you what, as you said, when you're in a close game, special teams come back. One player makes a big play on special teams and changes the whole outcome of a game. But this is going to bring it back.
Right.
10:02 to play. And it's going to back up the Harrisburg Cougars and give the Crusaders an opportunity here defensively. No, so far, 2 possessions for Harrisburg, 2 scores. Total of 10 plays.
And we'll see if they can keep it moving. And you see from the Cougars, they want to play power football as well. They haven't thrown the ball much, so they're in power football. And I wonder if you'll start to see McDevitt begin to cheat up a little bit on that defensive side of the ball to defense the run.
7 carries for Rob Martin, 40-plus yards. Martin bouncing out to the left side. You can see him square his shoulders, coming up to make a good tackle.
And that's what you see.
Number
Martin
18,
bounces off. He bounces off very fast. I mean, you're talking about he saw it. He saw it all clogged up in the middle. He bounced it outside, and if he didn't lose his footing, he was looking to put a move on the defensive back. He didn't lose his footing. He may have been able to get a lot more than that.
That's 8-yard carry from the left side for Martin, bringing up 2nd down and 2 on their 3rd possession of the first half. First possession of the 2nd quarter, 9:29 to play. Clarkson shotgun formation, two receivers to the right. He's going to have to keep it, but man, I tell you what, being ran down in a great heads-up hustle play on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, good hustle play. It looked like a busted play in the backfield. A little bit of confusion by the Cougars, and as a result, it brings up 3rd down.
Third down 4, 8:57 to play. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Harrisburg Cougars backed up for the first time today. The Crusaders looking for this momentum shift that they just happened. They're looking for the 3 and out so that they can get the ball back. And right before half, how important would it be to have the ball around the 7-minute mark going into the half?
It's amazing. It'll give you a lot of momentum, but the Cougars get the first down.
Just like that. Martin on the left side.
Yep. I tell you, this is kind of what I expected. A tough contest. I mean, I didn't think it would just be a open blowout like some may have predicted, or just a sure bet for McDevitt to just come out and whip up on Harrisburg. You got to remember, this is a rival game too, so it's added incentive for these Cougars to come in here against the number 2 ranked team in AAA. So it's a lot of incentive there.
Maybe Matt Smith at Faulkner was right. Maybe what do I know? I'm just going to go to him.
Let's wait to the 4th quarter to determine that.
Okay, we'll wait for that. Shotgun formation, however, we have whistles. And that's a tough penalty on this first down for the Cougars.
Delay of game penalty against Harrisburg.
Going to be a delay of the game.
Yes, the Cougars definitely don't want to make mistakes. We talked about in the pregame, and you get yards, you get a first down, and bam, you're backed up for 1st and 15 deep in your territory.
14 yards.
First down 15. Ball spotted now on the 14-yard line. The give is to Martin on the left side. Being drugged down by I tell you what, they're trying to get their hands on him, wrapping any way they can. That tackle was made by number 28, Quashawn Jenkins.
That was a good tackle by Jenkins, just coming up, and sometimes you just got to get him down. You got to get Martin down any way you can. You grab his jersey, pull him to the turf.
Second down 10. The wind is picking up a little bit here. Clark going with the hard snap. He continues to do that. What a tackle. Coming up to make a great play, Brandon Standback. He read it all the way, came to make the tackle.
And that's what you call reading your key. You know, you see the receiver bow out a little bit behind the line of scrimmage to get a little swing pass, and you come up and you make the play on an athlete, and that's what you do. Athlete to athlete, come up, make a play, brings up a 3rd down. Now you have Harrisburg in a situation they don't want to be in, which is they have to throw in this situation to get any substantial yards. I mean, they can tuck it in and just run it and just rely on punting the ball, but we'll see what they do. They're in a spread formation.
Clark looking to set the screen up, almost intercepted. Wow. That would have been an absolutely costly mistake. Mike Perlowski came in, got both their hands on it, just couldn't wrap it. Right. That brings up a 4th down and a punting opportunity for Harrisburg, and a big momentum swing here in this game already. Back to receive this punt is Andre Robinson, and this could be dangerous.
It definitely can, and what you saw right there is the chess match and the chess pieces by the defense of Bishop McDevitt. They read screen all the way. It was one of those situations. In situations like that, you do see teams go to the screen. McDevitt watched a lot of tape, those coaches, and they knew what was coming.
Ron Robinson getting out of the way there for a second. I thought he might have even thought about picking it up. Would be definitely dangerous play.
But that was a swim kick. You know, just see what, and what you may see with that is what happens is you'll see the punter will survey the defense before he kicks it. And if you see those returners just peel out, the entire team peel out, you may see a fake comeback by those Cougars later in the game.
Crusaders have their 4th possession of this first half with 6:19 to play. The ball spotted on the 49-yard line. Should be a great opportunity for the Crusaders here right before halftime. They've got trips to the right. Marsilio back in shotgun formation. Marsilio's pass completed to a tight end, but they did not pick it up. Got back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Should be a 2nd down and 10 coming up.
And a good form tackle by Sheldon Snell. Just comes up and makes a nice tackle on the play.
That catch was Nicholas Gross, the wide receiver tight end. He goes 6'2", 215. Second down 9, so give him 1 yard on that last pickup. 2nd down and 9 for Bishop McDevitt. And we have flags on the play.
And I believe that was Jordan Mosley that got a little false start. And I tell you, he's been playing very good on that front. Just makes a mistake right there that's going to back the Crusaders up. But that offensive line, Mosley has really shown his ability to move some of those linemen up front. And he's going to get some big guys for that Harrisburg Cougar defense. I mean, that is a good-sized unit up there. And this McDevitt offensive line definitely is showing and establishing themselves as really being able to play some hard-nosed football in the trenches.
Like we said, 15 starters back, 7 on offense for the Crusaders. Shotgun, twins to the left, single receiver on the right. Boy, Marsilio stepping up in the pocket, making a beautiful play, picking up the first down. Darius Ray come up to make the tackle from his corner position. That pass was completed.
He put some heat on this. This was a nice throw.
And he had to throw it hard.
He stepped in, put his body into it, bam, zing, right on the money.
I think you talked about that earlier, especially with this wind picking up a little bit. You got to put something on the ball. 4:49 to play. That's a 3rd and 1. He didn't move the chains on a big 3rd and 1. They're 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions. Robinson bouncing out, keeping his shoulders square. Did his forward progress get it, Jerome?
This will be tight. It's close. I mean, I think there was an initial opportunity for a stop, but there we saw the power of Robinson. We saw that off-season conditioning in perfect shape right there, where you got to come up and you have to wrap him. And I saw him on the field. He is put together. He's maybe 5'10", but he is put together very well, and he is not easy to bring down.
And his legs are strong. You see the running back type thighs, very physical. It is 4th and 1. He didn't get it. They didn't give him the forward progress. Big play for both teams. Cougars defense, Crusader offense. The give is to Robinson.
Not going to get it. I'm
Robinson,
not sure.
I think, came up short. We'll have to maybe see a measurement.
His second effort may have gotten it. His second effort might have gotten it, depending on the spot.
When in doubt, get in the trenches and give it to your horse.
This will be a measurement. It's right there. I think he may have it. He may have it just by a hair.
Right side. Ooh, man, I don't know. I tell you what a great play, though, coming up by
Gary Jones. I mean, Jones just came up from that linebacker position, just came up.
That's the 5th tackle for Gary Jones today. He gets great penetration from that linebacker position. Shotgun for Marsilio. Snaps it out. Pass is complete. That will continue this forward progress for the McDevitt Crusaders.
I'll tell you the one thing you're seeing, though. This Harrisburg Cougar defensive line is not getting any pressure on Marsilio at all when he passes the ball. So I think that's one of the things that the Cougars have not blitzed a lot. So that could be a part of it as well.
I think that he's found a nice target. Marsilio's found a nice target in Ware. He's gone to him 5 times already, picking up and moving the chains. 1st down and 10, 27. What a momentum shift for the Crusaders here in his first half. That'd be the 6th play of this drive, 4th possession. Shotgun formation for Marsilio. Back to pass with poise, looking up. What a beautiful play. Touchdown, Crusaders. Unbelievable. Marsilio, we said, had big shoes to fill. Talk a little bit about what he's done already with this poise. He's getting all kinds of time to deliver the pass.
Yeah, he definitely gets a lot of time on that play. And if he has all that time, he can make a play. And that's Bryce Hall, the 6'2", 175-pound receiver, just goes one-to-one against the corner, and he just makes a good play. Good route. He stops and starts again, goes up high, gets the point, get the ball at the highest point, and he pulls it in for a touchdown. McDevitt takes the lead.
Swaggart missed another extra point, and that's 2 extra points not put on the board. And I tell you, man, oh man, that's going to come back to hurt. 19-14, 3:10 to play. More after these messages.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Welcome back to the Harrisburg Cougar Bishop McDevitt. This is a slugface fest so far. 19 points for McDevitt to 14 for the visiting Harrisburg Cougars, but it has been a game time.
Oh, unbelievable. The momentum swing that was needed right there was unbelievable. First of all, I said just as we went on to break, Marsilio started to show me some poise, but when you give a guy, he drops back, he has 4, 5, 6 clear seconds. He stepped up in the pocket really well so far too, Drew.
Yes. Long, Mosley, Diebler, Lewis, Moore. That 5 offensive line crew for the Crusaders have done an amazing job both in the run game as well as in the passing game. And you're starting to see a little bit, at least the past 2 series, they're wearing down at that Cougar defensive line a little bit, who showed a lot of promise earlier in the game. So they're going to have to regroup when they come back out, and hopefully they can get some help by the offense. And I think that's important. Your offense needs to establish some time on the field and establish some drive so your defense can get some rest to get back out there.
Stay tuned for our halftime preview. Coach Joe Heaton of the Susquehanna Township Indians, victorious last night. He'll be with us at halftime. He also has a son playing JoJo Heaton. We'll talk a little bit about JoJo going 95 yards on an interception last year.
Right.
We'll talk about what Coach Heaton had to do. Was he going to go out there and tackle his son himself? I wasn't sure. Coach Heaton will be up here in the Roll Tribe. If you caught it on Penn Live, it's been an unbelievable 5-part mini-series on the team, and we're real excited to talk to him at halftime. This is the 4th possession of the Harrisburg Cougars, 4 total for both teams, 4 for the Crusaders, 4 for the Cougars. 2nd down and 8, ball spotted on the 30 with 2:26 to play, 19-14 Crusaders. Clark's going to keep up to the left, coming up, making a great play. And I tell you what, you're starting to see that defense get that penetration now, and that's Greg Artis Payne coming up to make a play. Right. That's his 3rd tackle of the game, and he's had 3 big stops this second quarter here.
Well, one of the things you're starting to see is Harrisburg is becoming a little one-dimensional. They're not throwing the ball at all. So right now, I think they've only attempted 1 pass play up until this point, and we're already down to 1:51 left in the half. So McDevitt is starting to pinch up, and they're starting to predict runs. So Harrisburg's going to have to open this up and start throwing the ball.
Harrisburg with trips to the white, run, single receiver to the left. Bad snap, and that's going to be a punting situation, giving the ball back to Bishop McDevitt with 1:34 to play, and Swigert has a pretty good foot.
Yeah, and you cannot you cannot be one-dimensional against a team like McDevitt. And once you get down, it kind of gets you in a situation where you become forced to run, and it takes you out of your strength, which is to run the ball. So this is a very, very tricky situation for the Cougars, and their inability to throw the ball may be a problem moving forward. And believe me, everyone in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth is scouting this game, and you're going to see if Harrisburg cannot establish a passing game or a passing threat, many teams across the landscape is going to try to defense them. So we don't know what Clark can really do in the air yet because they haven't really attempted anything because they want to go to their bread and butter, which is running the ball. You're still in the game. You're only 19-14, so you're not forced to necessarily throw the ball, so you're still there. But if this game, if McDevitt can come down and score again, and it puts pressure on you to then throw the ball, then, McDevitt's defense can then tee off on that quarterback.
JP, you keep talking like this, and I'm going to have to put you up for the next head coaching position that opens up in this area because you're starting to get the feeling now.
I have the feeling. It's football season. The feeling starts. Actually, it starts in the spring when you start seeing guys out there working out and getting ready for it.
That's exactly what the Harrisburg Cougars needed, a dial up with a great punt with a lot of roll. So butter that roll completely. 1 minute, 21 seconds before half, we have Coach, stay around, we have Coach Joe Heaton of the Tribe of Susquehanna coming up in his Florida blue today. He is a Florida Gator fan, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. I don't know, maybe that's where he might retire someday. In the swamps of Florida somewhere, alligator hunting. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Tribe, that Susquehanna Township team, I hope we get to call one of their games because they definitely are a team to look for. And I want to see that McDevitt matchup later in the season between Bishop McDevitt and the Indians, the Tribe, and see what they can do because I think that'll be a really special game.
Well, we have that matchup 4 Friday nights from now. Marsilio's pass connects on the right side to Bryce Hall. This is the 5th possession of the half for the Crusaders.
And you're seeing the Crusaders go to a hurry up. There's a minute 2 left. They want to see if they can get the scoring position.
Flags down, but a good ball by Marsilio. You talked about earlier how, when he threw the one out, didn't have a lot on it, but we saw him step up, and as the game's progressing, you see that confidence coming. And talk about how quarterbacks getting that kind of that momentum. They start getting that little bit of momentum. Right. They start that click, I guess. Well, I don't know how to call it.
Well, momentum, it's great to have it when you're clean.
Yes,
when you don't have a defense bearing down on you and your offensive line is able to protect you. So he's in momentum. He's able to step into his throws. Many times when quarterbacks can't get heat is because they can't step in and throw the ball. It's all about you got to put your body in these throws, and that's what he's able to do. Marsilio's able to step back. He's able to survey the field. He has time to do all that, step into his throw, deliver a good ball.
And I think it's rhythm that we're talking about. Looks like the Cougars are going to take a timeout with 58 seconds to go.
Well, this is going to be big for the Cougars because if they can stop Bishop McDevitt, this would be a big win for them to go down only 14-19 and a half.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find fine quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living room, desk, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish to have in your home. We even custom make furniture that's heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture.
So go down to Penn Dutch Furniture and get some furniture because I'll tell you what, that's probably some really good stuff there. You want to redecorate, you want to remodel, that's where you need to go.
When I met you, you were driving a busted-up old car with rust on it. Now I come over to see you. You got a castle. I knocked on the door. They said, "Excuse me, we'll go get the sir for you, the household."
I do have some
driving like a Jaguar out there now.
No,
I don't know what's going on. Marsilio back to pass over the middle, connects to the big tight end, across the 30-yard line, and they're going to have plenty of time, 50 seconds. And you know what? It's that now they've got the connection going. The run game, the passing game. Marsilio throws a great ball, and what a great play by Chad Cortez. Now, Cortez is first of all, he's only a sophomore.
Right.
Look at the big body on him. Tell me that's not a big Division I frame. We're going to spike the ball, 1st down and 10, ball on the 25-yard line, bringing up a 2nd down.
Right. He hasn't even matured yet, but you see him run the seam very well. And when you can get a tight end down the seam, it splits the safety and the cornerback. So you get him running down the seam, you deliver that ball. Again, Marsilio has time to deliver that ball, and you see big games. Tight ends can really be effective. And I think sometimes you get in those spread offenses, you lose the tight end position. And in this situation, you're seeing Cortez really do well from that tight end position, hitting that seam.
That's Cortez's 3rd big catch of the game. Shotgun formation by Marsilio. He's got some time. He's stepping outside. Look at him staying mobile. But a big play coming up. And I tell you what, we're going to hear about it a little bit. We got a little Ray Lewis look out there of Joel Davis.
Yeah, Joel Davis finally, he was persistent. He kept coming, and that's what you need. The Cougars have not been able to put consistent pressure on Marsilio, and if you cannot do that, he will pick you apart.
Fifth possession for Crusaders. Shotgun formation, 16 seconds. Looking down the field, hanging it up. And that's going to be flagged. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be pass interference.
And I think it could be offensive pass interference potentially. That's what the Cougar secondary is saying. They believe that their defender was pushed down.
Kobe White, who's actually 22 yards per catch last year. He's a young one too, but he is quick.
And that's offensive pass interference.
That's an offensive pass interference.
Yeah, Kobe White, what we're seeing now is we see that Kobe White is the deep threat. He is the deep guy to go to down the field where the Crusaders want to get speed down the field. Now, we saw Cortez hit that seam down the field as well. So you see the options, you see the athletes that the Crusaders have on the field. But that was a big, costly penalty for the Crusaders, and it backs them up significantly.
Bishop McDevitt now in Harrisburg territory, or in their own, backed up at their own 39, excuse me. Third down, 10 seconds clicking. Catches by Robinson, looks like he's going to be down, whistled down, 3 seconds. And that might be the last play of the half, and that's going to be it.
And that was a good hold for the Cougars. That was a good hold for the Cougars. They could not give up points and keep this game in reach, and they held defensively. Good defensive series by the Cougars. Amazing half of football.
Stay tuned for a halftime wrap-up. We have Coach Joe Heaton of the Susquehanna Township Tribe Indians coming up.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or at least this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Welcome back. 1914, Crusaders lead the Cougars. I'm here with Joe Heaton, head coach of Susquehanna Township. It's kind of bittersweet for you today. JoJo Jr., Joe Heaton is playing today, JoJo, and then more importantly, though, this is a team that you're kind of here to scout. Talk about your first half impressions. You played Harrisburg, you know McDevitt. What have you seen in this game today?
Well, I've seen a lot of good football here. Harrisburg came out, a lot of fire. The first play, very intense, good long run by D. Ray Davis. And I think it took both teams a little bit of time to fill each other out. And it's been a physical football game, a lot of big plays, and I'm anxious to see what's going to happen in the second half.
Well, you named your quarterback. You had 4 going into the competition. We've been watching you on Roll Tribe, but last night you guys came up with a big victory down at Spring Grove. What did you see that you liked? What did you see that you want to work on?
Well, last night all 4 of them played, though, too. So we still haven't, decided what we're going to do, or we'll keep using them all. But we have a long ways to go, I think, on offense. Always can improve there. I was very impressed with our defense. Spring Grove had the ball 4 times inside the red zone and came away with only 9 points. And at the end of the game, had a chance to punch one in. Our kids came up strong and kept fighting well. And the other thing I was most impressed with, the 6 turnovers were huge. When we sputtered at the beginning of the game, we were able to create some turnovers, and that got our momentum going. In the second half, our kids just continued to play hard.
Well, we come in about 3 weeks for a big matchup. We don't like to look too far ahead, Coach. You're at East next week, and I know then you're going all the way down to Greencastle.
Right.
But then you have that Keystone matchup with Bishop McDevitt. You know it's probably going to be standing room only.
Right.
We're going to be there. I had to take my shades off because the future sounds so bright. But it's hard to, not for you to stay focused, but sometimes it's hard. You've had so much media attention and lots of things going on. How have you kept your team focused on what they need to do week in, week out?
You know, I told them with the media attention comes responsibility. And one of the things that we talked about last week at practice was, you know, if you're getting all this exposure and all this attention, you don't want to be on the back end of it and then not perform to the best of your ability. It could be a gift or a curse. Right. You know, you can look at it and read the hype and say, we don't have to do anything. Or you can say, hey, we're exposing ourselves to the community and to all these other teams, then we better back up what they're showing. And that's the approach we're trying to take, is to have our kids not be complacent, continue to work hard, and never be satisfied. If we can do those 3 things, you know, and we just have to keep getting better each week. So hopefully we'll do that.
Joe, I have one last question, and it's football related, but it's more like you had me in tears on the Roll Tide sometimes. I was smiling. I love watching you in action, but more importantly, your son's playing on this Bishop McDevitt football team. His decision to play where you played, your alma mater.
Right.
But when he took that interception, was running down the sideline. I hate to say it, even though I'm a Susquehanna fan, I was rooting for JoJo. What were you thinking at that point in time last year in that game when he intercepted that ball?
At first, I wanted to run out and tackle him. You know, but then after the game, you know, there's a side you got to be a dad, and you were proud of his accomplishments. And like you said today, you know, I'm here today as a dad. You know, watching your son play, and it strikes a feeling in your heart to see your child play where you played in the same program where you played. So it's special in that way. But, you know, the week of the 27th, it's a different ballgame.
It's totally a different ballgame.
No
we
doubt,
look forward
no
to
doubt.
seeing you, Coach Heaton. We look forward to seeing what the Tribe's continue to do. And we think you, more importantly, it's what you do as a leader, educationally speaking, for the kids that play on your football program. I'm Todd McCall. This is Joe Heaton. We'll see him in 3 weeks. We've got more football coming up. Our halftime wrap-up with myself and Jerome Presley coming right back.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or lease this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Welcome back from the halftime. 1914. Bishop McDevitt on this Market Street matchup. It's now the first Crusader Way, one Crusader Way. Beautiful stadium. I tell you what, 1914, and I'm not so sure I expected what I saw out of Harrisburg, but I was wrong. They had 4 possessions. They had a great first half. First play of the drive, Jerome, they scored on a Darius Ray touchdown where he broke a tackle, went off right, and then he was gone.
And I know for me, I'm not surprised. I think the biggest thing was last year was success. I mean, this was a team that was able to put it together in the 2012-2013 season. And when you taste that, you want to keep that going, and you get players that want to keep that going. So what they do, they work hard in the offseason, and they bring you into the game. And now you're seeing guys are growing up right before your eyes on this Harrisburg Cougar team.
Our first highlights of the first half, Marsilio comes in with big shoes to fill. And literally, I tell you what, he had some poise, talked earlier, but right here, when you have a guy like Robinson scampering for 17 yards, just running hard off the left side, you know you're in good opportunity.
Yeah, Robinson definitely has. One of the things I like about him is that he has very good vision, and he's not easy to bring down.
And then Darius Ray, look, I mean, broke the tackle, stayed on his feet, kept, as what did coaches say, keep your feet moving. You saw him cross the 50. It's a beautiful play. And then you go to, well, when in doubt, go to your horse. Right off to the left side, Martin squaring his shoulders. That's his touchdown. And that put him in the lead at 14-13. 2 missed opportunities for Swigert, the kicker for Crusaders. They should have put both up on the board. There's another touchdown on the left side, and then give back again to Robinson for his second touchdown on the right side. Both Robinson and Martin over 40 yards in the first half, both on 10 carries.
And then you get to see just he's able to turn it on, and you get to see that speed, which is something that the league better be ready for, because he's bringing it.
And then what a great hookup to Bryce Harper. Was Marsilio's ball thrown on the money there, Jerome?
Oh, it was definitely thrown on the money, and that was Bryce Hall just hauls that in for a beautiful reception downfield.
That's our first half highlights of this first game, and I mean the sun is shining. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning to play football. We're 7 minutes away from kickoff here in the second half, and Jerome, really tell me what you look for. Harrisburg will have the ball. What will you look for from their opening drive? Because they got very predictable, you started talking about in the second quarter.
I think they have to have more balance offensively. You definitely, like I said, I didn't say you have to be 50-50 balance, but you have to show some sort of a passing threat against this Crusader defense, because if you do not, they won't respect your ability to throw the ball, and they'll just stack the defensive line of scrimmage, and that's kind of what you saw. And Harrisburg gets their bread and butter by running the ball, and that's understandable. But Clark has to be able to open it up, and we don't know what Clark can do, because I don't think there were many called pass plays for him. And I'm not saying, and maybe that's not his strength, but I'm not saying throw it around all game long, but having more balance in a threat. I think they only threw one swing pass to the outside, and that wasn't a forward pass.
And that swing pass came up with a loss. That was to Darius Ray, and as you said, predictability, maybe. See what has yet to come here in the second half. We've got a great matchup, 19-14. This is the Invica Sports Game of the Week presented by ABC 27 and Faulkner Honda and Faulkner Subaru. If you're in the market for furniture, Penn Dutch Furniture. The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even customize make furniture. That's heirloom furniture at its best, Penn Dutch Furniture.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or lease this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like. Located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports. Wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking. Exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Just before halftime, Bishop McDevitt 19, 2 missed opportunities to put one on the board. 19-14 in a great game. It's been everything we expected this Market Street matchup, and I keep calling it that. I know I got to stop Jerome, but let's talk a little bit. You had mentioned in pregame that this matchup won't happen for another 3-4 years.
Right.
It's something that we have grown here in the Harrisburg area to see. And how important is it to high school football?
Well, I think it's definitely important to this area in high school football, but I think what happened was, and I'm not sure of all the specifics, but I know McDevitt is now in the Keystone, and they're also AAA. So, you know, where Harrisburg is in the Commonwealth and they're Quad A. So if you look at it that way, it does make sense that they would both be into their divisional areas as opposed to playing cross games. So, I mean, that could be it, but I think that what they want to do eventually, I believe, is to bring this rivalry back in a couple of years. And sometimes you get that with scheduling. You even get that with some of the college matchups too, where if there's a conference change and different classification, teams that may have played each other year after year after year may not get that opportunity to do that for a while. So those things happen. I think, you know, the venue has changed, so it's a very different animal here, you know, than it was in the city. But this is a beautiful venue to play, though. And look at the stands. I mean, you're talking about a packed game. Harrisburg definitely came out and showed their support for their Cougars, and you know the Crusaders are going to travel well, and they're home, so they're going to do well too. So it's just an amazing venue for college football. A little hot for the players, though. I think for us, it's great weather, but playing in this could be difficult.
There's a difference playing on Saturday afternoons. We've done a lot of college football together. You know, sunshine shining. It was warm right away in the morning. Even on the Harrisburg Cougar side, they've come out. If you like what you see, we have a lot more matchups next week. A big matchup I like. It's not necessarily a rivalry, but Cumberland Valley. We're at Cumberland Valley. 6:45. We'll start our live shot of that. Right. 6:45. Cumberland Valley takes on Central York. Central York in the past has really threatened in the 4A. 2 big 4A schools. It should be a great game there at Cumberland Valley. And if you like us, go to YouTube. Just type in Invica video and watch the live mainstream there anytime that you can't make it out to one of these beautiful venues to see football. Let's go inside our numbers and talk advantages. Who do you give advantages to? Advantages at the quarterback situation. Your advantage goes to?
I think Marsilio. Right now, he has the offensive line that's able to give him time to throw the ball and get the ball into those electrifying athletes that he has. So right now, I'm going to give the edge there. Clark, again, has not really attempted any balls, and I don't know if the confidence is not in him to do that yet. But they haven't shown a willingness to do that. But the problem is if they get more one-dimensional, McDevitt is just going to tee off and just clog the running lanes to try to shut down that powerful running attack from Harrisburg. And again, it's an audition, and many teams will see this. This is a scouting dream for teams that are playing these two teams as well as college recruits for the players here. So everyone is watching this game, and you don't want to tip your hat too much, but you have to show some type of balance if you're Harrisburg.
And let's go in the trenches. Earlier, I thought the advantage, first quarter advantage, offensive line definitely went to Harrisburg. Second quarter, it evened out. It looked like it was shifted well back into a very steady force offensively. I give the Hogs of the Crusader Hogs up front, and I hate to call the guys Hogs, but you know what I mean. They did the job up front to give Marsilio time. Running back head-to-head, both. Robinson, 52 yards, 47 yards for Martin. 2 touchdowns for Robinson, 1 for Martin. Your advantage running back goes to?
I'm going to say right now I'm going to go with Robinson. And I think the reason why I'm going to go with Robinson is because, again, he has the offensive line in the balance to go with because there's a threat to throw the ball. So because there's a threat to throw the ball with Marsilio, Robinson can do his thing. On the other side, Harrisburg's inability to throw is clogging the running lanes. So it's a little bit hard. It's going to be a little bit harder to run the ball for those Harrisburg backs.
We're going to roll some of the highlights. This is Faulkner Honda Halftime Show. We're going to roll some of the early highlights, and right away, Bishop McDevitt, if you're just tuned in, they came out looking tough, 17-yard scamper over the left side, Robinson, Dollar on the left side, but it was a very quick answer. That was their first possession. That was 11-play drive on their first possession. Ball's kicked off to Harrisburg. Harrisburg gets the ball about the 20-yard line, and an unbelievable play by Darius Ray, and he scores a touchdown to even it up on their first possession. Then come back, Bishop McDevitt, left side. That's that 17-yard scamper that we've seen. And then, really, I mean, what you thought to expect, you see Robinson busting up that middle and squaring those shoulders. He had 2 touchdowns, but here is the play that I thought was the play of the game. And that's Darius Ray, who stays on his feet. And look at that, 67-yard scamper down the right sideline to actually tie the game, knotted up at 7. And then a big possession, the ball comes back, 3 and out for Bishop McDevitt. Harrisburg gets the ball, and Rob Martin squares off to his shoulders, marches in. They go up 14-7.
And again, you just see the talent on this field, I think, is on display.
We are set, really, to bring on that next third quarter, and what will happen. Harrisburg will get the ball to start the third quarter. Let's see if that momentum shift, what was talked about. Coach Everett must have been talking to his team at halftime. Jerome, talk a little bit about what he had said to them as you see the kickoff started. Right now we're back in the second half action, and looks like Harrisburg will have the ball in their 20.
Well, I think, you know, both teams are just saying if you're a coach for Harrisburg, you're in the game. You're doing everything you need to do. It's only 19-14. You're only down, you know, a couple points. You're where you need to be. You just have to be able to sustain a drive here or bust something big and put points on the board. And you don't want to let Bishop McDevitt get out of reach. If you're McDevitt, you're definitely confident in what you're doing. They're a confident bunch. They're a skilled bunch, and they're looking at this defense against the run, and they're saying, look, we got to make Harrisburg try to force Harrisburg to throw the ball. We're not going to let those big running backs and Darius Davis Ray or Robert Martin III keep running on them all day today.
Harrisburg's first possession of the second half. A fresh 12 to play. And that's a big loss on the opening drive, the opening start of the second half, coming up making the initial stop. We've called his name a lot today, number 33, Mike Perlosky. That's his 5th tackle.
Sean Jenkins was in on that play as well.
Actually, Jenkins came up and made the early penetration. He has 6 tackles on the day, and he has 3 for losses. Jenkins really is a mobile player. He's lined up in a lot of different spots. You see him lined up at the linebacker spot. I thought I noticed him a couple times on the outside today, lined up too. So it depends on what they're playing. They've got 4 down, 3 linebackers. Shotgun formation for the Harrisburg Cougars. The give is to the receiver that was in motion, cutting back to the middle, and gang tackling it takes. It takes your defense. Talk about the defensive side, because that's what you played at Shippensburg. Look at this replay. Gang tackling and wrapping, coaches talk about. It's really a fundamental thing.
Right. It is, but it's one of those situations where you have to have a want to. You know, you have to be coached, and you have to have a want to. All 11 guys on the field have to want to converge on the ball and all meet. And what we used to call it back when I played in Scotland was all hats meet at the ball. And you know, no one lets anyone stay on their block. You all meet at the ball, and you all join in on the tackle.
Big 3rd down and 3 for the Harrisburg Cougars. And they're going to be short. It looks like it's going to be a quick 3 and out. And McDevitt got exactly what they wanted. They got up front penetration by their big boys.
And again, you had three running plays in a row, no attempt to pass. Bishop McDevitt defense is starting to hone in on that run against the run. And it's going to be hard sailing here. It's not going to be easy. You know, you're going to, I mean, of course, Harrisburg has to stick with what they do and keep trying. But if there's no balance, it can make it more difficult to establish any kind of offensive rhythm.
Robinson set to receive the Cougar punt. 10:05 to play in the third quarter. And giving the ball back to Bishop McDevitt at this point in time with that momentum. It's a fake punt. And they're going to pick up the first down going down the sideline, still on his feet across the 40. Unbelievable. And I tell you what, gutsy call, backed up on their 28-yard line, but it's the right call, Jerome.
Yeah, it's the right call because it worked. If it didn't work, it wouldn't have been the right call.
That's right. I guess I'd say
it's
the wrong call.
Brilliant coaching decision. But remember, we talked about that earlier in the first half, is you saw the makings of a possible fake punt. And I think what you saw was last time when they punted, the Harrisburg punter did like a swift kick punt. And what you do is you go up to the line of scrimmage and you act like you're going to run it and you punt it. And you're kind of looking to see what the defense does. And if the punt return team peels out, then you know you may have an opportunity if you need it in your back pocket. And what you saw right there, direct snap, up the field, first down, continues the drive, which is big for the defense.
Well, it was a great call and was actually, Jerome, a great setup on your part. But unfortunately, the carry was given to Darius Ray. D-Ray is now limping off the field and looked like he came up holding an ankle on his left side. And that is a big loss for Harrisburg, because I thought that he really, above Rob Martin, might have been the biggest key in that first half, because he is a sneaky player. They line him up in different spots, and he takes direct snaps sometimes and runs with them, and he keeps the feet moving. He picked up the big gain. And I tell you what, he squares his shoulder and he's quick.
And that's what you need. I mean, Harrisburg needs to have multiple backs, and they have them. So, and they're all talented, so why not use them? So Martin is the workhorse, but you know you have other backs that can come in and wreck.
Martin bouncing outside, but he fumbles. Ball on the ground, and that's going to be a turnover.
And he's down. I think his knee, and that was a non-contact injury, and that's a concern there. And I know right now you just had Ray go down, and now you have the knee buckle of Martin, so we don't know what and how serious that could be. And I don't think this was really a contact. He was coming back to make it, and all of a sudden his knee just went out on him, and he just fell to the turf. So that could be a very big concern for the Cougar team, and specifically for this game, importantly, his career. You know what I mean? You never want to see a guy go down, but we don't know what's going on with him right now, and I'm hoping for that young man with such a bright future that things aren't as dim as they may have seemed.
Fifth play of the drive, Rob Martin goes down, fumbles, Bishop McDevitt recovers. Recovering the actual fumble was Mike Perlosky. McDevitt will have the ball on the 41-yard line, but just the play before that, Darius Ray went out. Two of your bigger backs in this game are out. We'll be back with more football, 9:43 to play in the third quarter. Bishop McDevitt 19, Harrisburg Cougars 14.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or lease this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like. Located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
It's really good to see.
You can walk on it, though.
But you can walk on those. Yeah.
You can walk on ACL.
Rob Martin went down and he's walking off, and it just looked bad. It's good to see the young man walking off the field, but as you said, with knee injuries, we can't predict him, but he can walk off. Let's just hope he's all right. The Rutgers recruit, 18 touchdowns, 1,800 yards last year, and he's had a really good first half. But Darius Ray went out a play before that, so two of their leading backs are out. McDevitt recovers the fumble on Perlosky's recover. Perlosky's the guy we mentioned. He's 7 tackles already today and now a fumble recovery. First down and 10 on their first possession. McDevitt's first possession of the second half with 9:43 to play. Gives off to the right. Coming up making an initial hit for Harrisburg was number 21, Houston, the defensive back.
And that was just good, sound tackling. And again, that Harrisburg defense, they stifled and they came up and made a play. And that's what you need to do to try to slow down that running attack.
That was Lawson on the carry. He's going to pick up 2 yards. This is the sixth possession total in the game for Bishop McDevitt. Marsilio under center, the give. Off to the right side is Lawson again. Lawson picking up about 3 more, call it. 3rd down and about 4 to 5.
And that's what Lawson's job is. He comes in, and his job is to come in. He had a really good year last year. He is capable of carrying the load for a while you give Robinson some time to relax a little bit. And I think that's when you have a 1-2 punch like that, you have a lot of success. And I think Harrisburg had that same thing, and they had 2 of their backs go down. But you know, Harrisburg always has somebody in the wings too. They're always strong at the running back position.
3rd down and 6, ball on the 45, 8:31 to play. Pass is connected to Kobe White, the sophomore, and that's going to move the chains.
And I think one of the things, Todd, is when you see one of your top guns go down, it kind of can take the steam out of you, man. And it takes your captains, your leaders on the team, as well as the coaching staff to try to rally the troops when you have a guy of that magnitude goes down in a scary situation and you really don't know what the extent of his injury is or if he'll ever return. So someone on that team, multiple guys on that team, have to be able to bring the guys up on your roster.
Robinson, first carry of the second half, busting over across the 40. Down to the 35, 34-yard line, and a big pickup for Robinson.
And now you're seeing that offensive line exert themselves for the Crusaders. Power football, we talked about it all in the first half, and now you got 2 strong backs that you can feed the ball to, and that's a big advantage for Harrisburg.
And let's just talk a little bit about what we see. Run, pass, run. Great mix. They've been able to do it in the first half, but I thought when the momentum changed, you liked the mix that they went to the tight end a couple times in the Crusader offense.
Yeah, definitely. Spread the ball around. Right now, force Harrisburg to defend everything.
Coming up making a great tackle is Charles Colden, the linebacker. Now, he goes 5'10", 180, but he looks a little bit bigger. He came up, really got great penetration there.
And he's holding his leg. So I think the one thing is, Martin, you don't just lose a running back, you also lose a linebacker.
You lose a linebacker.
He's doing very well, so you lose 2 positions in the situation.
We're talking Division I linebacker, a guy with that type of size and strength and speed.
Right. Well, he's going to Rutgers probably for a running back though, but still, the good thing is we hope that his injury and whatever's going on with him is not too bad, and he can recover and come back from it.
The give is to Robinson. Robinson stays on his feet, crosses the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, his 3rd of the game. The Crusader blocking up front, very effective, but when you got a horse off the left side, you can't tackle him with one arm, and that's what happened.
Right, and we talked about that all game. You have another Cougar that's down, and you just see him just run through the tackles. And I mean, again, he just keeps going. He keeps those knees high. He's low to the ground, low center of gravity. So you see a lot of punch from him when you come up and try to tackle him. He's actually able to deliver blows because of where he is and the way he runs. So very, very solid athlete. And that's what you see. What you saw on that run is preseason. That's preseason. That's off-season conditioning at its best. You know what I mean? He was able to get stronger, lost a little bit of weight, got stronger. Tackles that may have brought him down last year, they're not going to bring him down right now.
No, not with that one-arm tackle. And you talked about it when you went down on the field and you sized up, as you do often, just walking around the field. You got a good look at the strength that you see in him, and that strength showed. We have a Cougar down on the field, and unfortunately, we're starting to see a couple injuries slide up here on us. We want to keep all the youth of this football season healthy. We pray for that here at Invica and ABC 27.
Yeah, you definitely, the problem with football is injury it's a guarantee. You just don't know if it's going to be you, but it's a guarantee. You're going to have injuries. It's a contact sport. It's inevitable. The problem is when you have a situation where you have 3 guys, you have one, someone being carried off now. You've had 3, possibly serious injuries. You're hoping that it's just cramping and guys can get hydrated and get back out there, but. You're seeing multiple Cougars go down and they're getting escorted and helped off the field, which is not a good sign.
Swigert with the point after, 25-14 Crusaders holding on, 7:04 in the 3rd quarter. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and that is good. 26 points put on the board here. Touchdown, 3rd of the game by Robinson. More football after these messages.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking. Exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Harrisburg Cougars set to receive 3 touchdowns, 117, 107, and 135-yard scamper for Robinson today, and he's been very effective. Ware over the left side, Ware switching back, and gets back to about the 19-yard line, 6:56 to play. And really the mix of plays, we saw run, pass, run, touchdown.
Right.
We're going to welcome all the people watching on Invica video on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in and continue to tune in. We're going to bring up great matchups for the rest of the year. Cumberland Valley next week, next Friday night. I love to go over there. Great atmosphere for football. They take on Central York. 6:45 we start our stream. We want to thank all of our crew here at Invica Sports. It's a hot day, a sunny day, from our camera crew to Chad Edwards and their production crew. But just like that, a fumble recovery at the 5-yard line, and Bishop McDevitt now are capitalizing on the turnovers, coming up to make a great fumble recovery. Number 42, Steve Marzell Jr., the senior, 225-6-1. And this was a bad snap, wasn't it?
Well, it was a combination of a bad snap and Clark just not getting his hands on it. And you saw this earlier in the first half where Clark bobbled a ball that was snapped to him then. And now it's the floodgate gates are open. And I think a lot of the steam went out, and when the injury started up. I mean, I think that changed a lot. And when Martin went down, I think the steam of the Cougars team as a whole has seemed to change. And I think it's hard because you're thinking about them while, you're watching the game. You're thinking about them, and now you give up a touchdown again, and now you're significantly down, and it's only 6:43. You still have a whole half almost of football left. So this is a time for the Cougars. They have to find a way to rally around each other and see if they can stop this downslide right now.
That was a 9-yard touchdown, but nothing's been signaled.
Looks like may come back.
It's going to come back. I don't even see a flag on the play. It's going to be holding on the Crusaders, so no touchdown. Take that one off the board. So Lawson's scamper across the right side is no good, holding on the right side of the offensive line. That's going to bring up a first down and 11. Ball spotted on the 11-yard line. Marcelia goes over to Rector, Coach Wechter, to get the call. He's coming back into the huddle now. 2 great coaches. Coach Everett had a great year last year. 14-1 was his Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. They've won the Keystone Division, also won the district championship. Shotgun formation, receiver in motion, singles receivers on left and right. Marcelio dumps off to Kobe White, the sophomore. He's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, this is definitely a big defensive effort here. And I'll tell you what, you see the heat on the field. It's warm. I mean, we're up here in outside, and it's we have a little tent over us, and we're feeling the breeze.
Right.
When you're on turf on a football field, it's very different. And I'll tell you what, like I said, this isn't great football weather. It's great weather, but not necessarily football weather. So guys have to be hydrated, and they have to be in very good shape to get, especially once we get into that fourth quarter when you're tired, you're a little hurt, a little banged up.
Second down carry, Robinson given to the right side. 4 or 5 Cougars coming up to make the tackle. The initial hit on that play, great penetration, was by Houston.
I think Adams was on that play too from his linebacker position.
To call it Houston, Adams and Colden up on the stop. 5:49 to play, and it's going to be a flag that went against a personal foul against Harrisburg. That is a costly call in the red zone.
Well, you're seeing this offensive line again. They're starting to exert themselves. Anthony Long, Jordan Mosley playing those two tackles that are starting to really exert their dominance. Number 76, Devin Diebler, offensive guard Kendrick Lewis, and center Tommy Moore. All five of them are really, this is what you want. You want to lead and you want to be able to run the ball.
Gives to Robinson. Robinson on his feet, trying up the middle. Nothing to be found there. A host of Cougars on the tackle. .5:27 to play. It's going to bring up a second down. Ball spotted on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, if McDevitt can get in, it's 4th down. I mean, this would be a big hold for the Cougars if they can stop this, because that'll keep them in reach. That'll keep the Cougars in reach if they can make a stop here. And there you have it, a mistake in the backfield, miscommunication, quarterback, running back tripping over each other, and there you go. And there you go. Harrisburg is able to hold. Marcelo comes out, and it looks like he trips over a lineman, which forces him to then trip Robinson. And there you go. The Cougars are able to hold. And we'll see, running back-wise, what will the Cougars be able to come out with as two of their top guns have gone out with injuries.
Well, that was a 4th down call. Harrisburg got the hold. The clock said 3rd down. It was 4th down. Harrisburg holds. They'll have the ball backed up. 1st and 10 with the ball spotted on the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders' 6-yard line. You got twin receivers right and left. The give is up the middle, and man, oh man, that's a tough defense to run against. We talked about that earlier, making the initial hit. Number 42, Steve Marzio Jr. They've got a nice crop of linebackers here at Bishop McDevitt, and Mike Perlosky coming up, the senior, also 235-pound tight end, defensive lineman, linebacker. They've lined him up in a couple positions. And
I think Jacotti McGraw is the next running back up for the Cougars. That is going to try to take over the reins, and I'm going to imagine he has some talent. But I don't know if he thought that he would get in these circumstances, but it's time for him to show what he has.
That was a -1. That was a loss. Ball spotted on the 5-yard line, and I don't think it's going to be a safety. I don't think Clark can get out of the end zone, and that's what the call is. It's a safety. Put 2 more on the board. 28-14, 4:12 to play, and McDevitt will have the ball back.
And you just see the pressure that the McDevitt front, the defensive front, they just came, and they weren't even trying to look at anything else. They were coming to make a play on the quarterback, and they just seemed to overwhelm that Harrisburg offensive line that really, as a team, just looks deflated right now.
Yeah, and it was a high snap. It's good that Clark got his paw on it, because if not, that's a touchdown for McDevitt's defense. Perlosky was right there to pick it up.
And now the game's 28-14. This was once a very close contest, and again, right up into the injury of Martin. It wasn't just Martin's injury. Ray's injury came first, then Martin's injury the next play. So you had 2 deflating injuries right after each other of 2 of your top players and 2 of your biggest offensive weapons.
The last 3 possessions going back into the first half for Harrisburg: punt, fumble, safety.
And as you can see, it looks like some of the Harrisburg fans are already leaving. I mean, I think they think that this is a wrap, some of them, and they're starting to peel out and head home, which is unfortunate. I mean, it's one of those situations, as close as this game was, to now see it to where it is now.
Well, we've got over 16 minutes to play, 4 here in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes to 12 to play. Again, possessions, the last 4 possessions for Harrisburg: punt, fumble, safety. So 2 turnovers and a costly safety, and that's where Bishop McDevitt's up 28-14. They capitalized on the turnovers, and they've got everything clicking for them now. Joel Davis' punt is taken. by Tyrone Gibson. Gibson gets up across, Tyrone gets up across the 40-yard line, and Bishop McDevitt's going to have excellent field position again.
Well, I'll tell you what, don't be surprised if Bishop McDevitt begins to sub in some of the younger players to get them some experience and get some of those guys that, like Robinson, who's been out, he's had a monster game already. Why not? I mean, if you can give him a quarter off of the work that he's been able to do, get some experience, get him some rest, keep him healthy, especially if the Crusaders score again. You may start to see that. And that builds your roster when you have guys that are able to get into a game like this and get some experience.
First down and 10, the ball spotted on the 39-yard line, and there are whistles. Looks like Bishop McDevitt. Actually, there's a timeout. Are you looking for furniture? Penn Dutch Furniture. The Amish are masters at quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living room, desk, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices. If you want to change your ambiance in your home, they make even custom furniture for you. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture.
Change your ambiance, Todd.
Right now, I'm going to have to change the shirt after this game. This humidity's killing me.
Yeah, it definitely. There's definitely a high humidity in this game, and that's what you get at the end of the summer, though. I mean, one thing about living in Pennsylvania and seeing Pennsylvania football is you will see contrast. Like you'll see it'll be hot now, but when we get to November, we're going to be in big coats because of how chilly.
That is true. You cannot predict the Pennsylvania Central PA weather. First down and 10, ball at the 39, 4:04 to play. Marsilio takes his snap. He's going to be pursued by his backside, and a big play and some excitement. There's still some rally. There's still some rally in those Cougars.
And that's Joseph Adams that comes relentlessly on the sack. And you're right. And that's what
impressive.
They need. You need some guys that can uplift you and say, you know what, we have some injuries, man. But it doesn't mean we can't still play. It doesn't mean we still can't show the Crusaders that we're not going anywhere.
Right. Joseph Adams had a very effective day. He has 9 total tackles. He's leading the team in tackles today. Second down, 18, ball spotted on the 47-yard line for Bishop McDevitt. This is their third possession of the second half. Marsilio's ball, no good. His intended receiver, Tyrone Gibson, incomplete.
And I'll tell you, you'll see it this whole series. This is about Rashard Lawson is taking over in the running game right now as the running back. And you get to give Robinson a little bit of time off right now. Let him rest up a little bit. He's really been explosive. It's 3:15 left in the third quarter. You have a command lead right now, but you don't want to get complacent. You still want to be productive in your play.
Third down and forever for Bishop McDevitt. Third down and call it 18. Marsilio back to pass, throws an interception, cross the 50, cross the 40, and running very hard, but coming up to make the tackle. A saving tackle, really, at this point, was for 56, and it was a very effective tackle out of the offensive lineman, Jordan Mosley.
And McDevitt decided to go away from the running game a little bit and open it up passing, and there you go. You basically, on 2 different plays, gave Harrisburg some life. And now they have great field position. If they score, if they can put it in the end zone and establish some sort of offense, then maybe they can get back into this game.
I thought that on the interceptions, Gary Jones, the linebacker, is 200 pounds, 5'10", but boy, does he run hard. Maybe you can look at him at fullback.
I probably bet that he could probably play running back in this league.
No doubt about
and start on most teams because that's Harrisburg. I mean, Harrisburg, they have running backs for days that can play.
Third possession of the second half. And it's going to be a jump on Harrisburg. The running back started in motion, but he went too far, went back, and he's going to be whistled. First down and 15. Second play of the third possession of the second half. Shotgun formation for Clark. Clark's going to air it out, has a pretty good arm. Overthrows his receiver down the right side. Now, you talked about that didn't give him an opportunity to throw a little bit. Looks like he's going to have to now.
Well, he definitely had to, but right as soon as he stepped back to throw the ball, he was creamed by one of the defensive linemen, Henry Harrison, 6'3", 320-pound defensive lineman just comes almost untouched through that Harrisburg line, and you don't want that kind of heat on your quarterback.
Second down, 15. Hard signal, hard call by Clark. Clark on the screen, dumps it off, and running full steam ahead is Sheldon Snell. Snell is a guy who I think will pick up the carries with Darius Ray and Martin out. I mentioned earlier that Martin went out with injury. Darius Ray went out with injury. We have no word on their condition. They have not came back since the second possession of the second half. 2:50 to play in the third quarter here.
Well, if you look at Harrisburg's roster, see how many times you see RB on the roster. So it's like every player that's not a lineman is also an RB.
That's right.
So they have running backs, believe me.
Fourth play of this drive. You give it to Snell. Not much for Snell. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Good defense.
Coming up, make the tackle was Austin Anderson, 6', 205, the receiver. But he's down, I think. Yeah, we have a Crusader down, and I'm pretty sure that's Anderson down. Crowd looks on a little bit worried, and out comes the athletic staff.
Well, you talk about the heat, you talk about the humidity, and you know, it's similar to the cold when you have it's just cold outside and you have contact and you're hurting and it's a long game and everything hurts more. Well, the same thing can be said for the humidity when the humidity is high too. It just seems like you're getting sapped with so much energy. So it's important to, number one, hydrate. But people say just hydrate. Well, you need to be hydrating days before the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
You need to hydrating yesterday, the day before yesterday, all week leading up to the game, and then hydrating during the game as well. That helps with keeping those cramps down and keeping you hydrated throughout the game. So it's important to do that.
Crowd looking on. 2:34 to play, and it's going to be a 4th down and 2 for Harrisburg. Ball spot at the 24-yard line. They're inside the red zone. Opportunity here at 4th down on their conversion. And he did it. Clark's doing it very effectively. I think he really, who jumped first is the question. I missed the call, missed the signal call there. Did he get? No, it's going to go to Harrisburg. They jumped first. His own players on the offensive line jumped on that hard count. Back him up another 5.
That was definitely costly because, I mean, you went from, a couple of yards to now and having 6-7 yards for a first down.
4th down and 7. Pass is complete, and it's going to be a first down. Nice ball. Actually, Clark does a very fine ball.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of him getting into a rhythm, and you're seeing him throw, trying to throw himself into a rhythm. But one of the problems that I think you see is that the Crusaders, they're coming. I mean, they're bringing it. That defensive line, they're firing off the ball, and they're trying to exert their will. So that offensive line for Harrisburg, who we've seen that, there are some players there, they have to do a better job of getting pass protection.
1st and 10, 6 plays of this possession, 1:38 to play in the third quarter. Clark rolls right and completes the pass at about the 3-yard line, and they are driving and moving and knocking on the door now. Boy, this would be a big one for him.
Exactly, and what better way to give your quarterback some confidence is than rolling him out and giving him the option to pass and run the ball. He's a running threat, and there you sent him out. He had a waggle route behind that, and he was able to just throw it, toss it out there, and receiver makes the catch, and that puts you down into the 1-yard line and an opportunity to really bridge this gap.
Balcom on the catch. First down, ball spotted on the 2-yard line, 7th play of the drive. And a bad snap goes way over Clark's head. It's going to move him back, and man, oh man, when you need it, just fundamentals of the game. Bad snap. That's the 3rd or 4th high snap we've seen. We see now in the safety.
Right.
Actually, by Bishop McDevitt, you saw a high snap. Clark was able to get that one. Not this time. He can't get it. And the ball rolls back almost to the 18, 19-yard line.
Yeah, the center sent that back hot. And, right there, there's not much that the quarterback can do. That's one of the things that I guarantee you the coaching staff, offense is going to look at this week to try to correct for next week.
28 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 2nd down, 18. Backed up Harrisburg on a bad snap. Clark rolling to his left. Incomplete, fires, but he was being chased down from the backside. And I tell you what, on the pursuit, coming after him was Greg Artis Payne, the junior, 6 foot, 215 pounds.
And again, they're not sitting back. Their goal is to not give any time to any Harrisburg quarterback, regardless who he is, to throw the ball. And I think Clark does not have. He has maybe 2 steps, and he has to get rid of it, or he's going to get sacked at this point.
Yep, you're right. 3rd down, 18. Ball spotted on the 18. Clark on the screen. The screen is dropped. It was a very good defense. That screen didn't look like it had much room to happen. They read it. That's about the 4th, 5th time you've seen that little screen play on that side, and Bishop McDevitt read that. Coming up to make the play was Tyrone Gibson.
And Nate Monroe, he definitely is a player as well, and he was in on that. And you can see they just read it, and they moved right to the ball.
Well, 4th down. Harrisburg at this point, limited touches. They have to go for it. I guess you don't have to, but they're going for it. 4th down and 18.
Yeah, at this point, especially if you may not have a experienced kicker, you may be better off. I mean, if you get it, that's great. If you don't, it's more like a punt, and you have Crusaders pinned back.
Clark threw a good ball. It's incomplete. Maybe actually a little slightly on the wrong side of the receiver. I'd have to take a look at it again. And that's a hold for for Bishop McDevitt. 10 plays, no good in the red zone for Harrisburg.
Good play by Gibson in that secondary. 101 in the secondary. He makes a play. It's one of those things. You had an opportunity, but you saw Clark throw a little bit, and I think he showed that he can put the ball on the money if given time, and I think that's the key to that next series.
4th possession coming up here. Should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 8 seconds to go. Bishop McDevitt, ball spotted, 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line. The give is to Lawson. Lawson breaking over the right side, cross the 40, cross the 50, and a big, big gain. It's going to bring up, last play of the 3rd quarter, going to bring up an actual 4th quarter big gain. It's going to put them in great field position. Take another look at it. Wow.
And there you go. Lawson just takes off, and there you go.
This is your game of the week. More football after this message.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, YouTube, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or lease this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
4 possessions in the 2nd half. Bishop McDevitt holds Harrisburg on their own 18. The give was to Lawson. Lawson marches 33 yards, setting up a 1st down and 10 from the 50. Here we start the 4th quarter, 28-14, 28 points put on the board by this Crusader team. The give is to Robinson off the right side, and he's going to pick up 6. Bringing up a 2nd down and 4.
I think that's still Lawson.
Was that Lawson? He ran hard like Robinson.
Right,
So
and
I'm on that far
Robinson's
side of
coming
our
in back
screen.
in now. They gave Robinson a nice break, and that's what I was talking about. You have a lead, and the thing about it is Lawson is a starter as well. So
Right.
you have 2 running backs that they're pretty interchangeable. Like you said, he's a change of back. He's a little bit more shifty. He's a smaller back, and you see what he can do. So teams in the Commonwealth, in the league, in the Keystone, as well as in the state, they're going to have to contend with both of them.
Robinson picking up another 6. It's going to move the chains, make it a 1st down. Lawson, 2 of the 3 carries in this possession for 38 total yards.
Well, I'll tell you, Todd, there was a really good article in the Patriot News for Penn Live. It was Greg Pickle did it. And he talked about the state of Pennsylvania football and how we've lost ground against some of the other states in the union, football-wise. And it was an interesting article because it made a lot of sense. And he talks about a lot of different reasons. But I think Central Pennsylvania's football is still a very big sport. But you look at the southern states, it just seems to be a very different animal. So that's an article that I really encourage anyone out there that's really into Pennsylvania football to get a chance to read it. And it looks at the football in the nation and how PA with the coal region and up north and what happened out in Pittsburgh with the population differences and changes where our populations of football in PA has begun to shrunk. Yeah. So you have the Pennsylvania football here, you have Philadelphia football, you have football all over the state, but you're talking about big pockets. That Pittsburgh area losing all of those programs, getting smaller is a very big difference. We still have players, but it's the number of players compared on the national stage that's the difference.
Yes. We have a penalty. We have flag down. Looks like it's going to go against Harrisburg. Things starting to kind of unravel a little bit for Harrisburg right now. I thought that momentum changed when they got the ball back. They drove the ball down the field. Clark led a really nice, he had a 10-play drive going because prior to that it was fumble, safety, fumble, and a punt.
Right.
And it looked like they smoothed some things out and got some things going. But right now, marching down the field, the ball spotted on the 35-yard line, second down and 5, 9 minutes to play. And that's Lawson across the right side. Lawson down to 10, down to the 5. Touchdown! What a great run. And I tell you what, unbelievable. He's a speedster. Changed the pace back, but he's strong. He's a starter anywhere you put him.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a starter everywhere you put him. And you talk about speed, and to outrun the Cougars' defense is not easy to do. So that's one of those things where Lawson just takes off. He takes it into another gear right about now, and he's into the secondary. And once that happens, that's difficult. And I'll tell you what, when you're already down and Robinson goes out the game, and then you have to contend with Lawson, that's a 1-2 punch that many teams would just dream to have one of them in the state, let alone both of them. And I think Harrisburg had that opportunity. They had two, and both of those guys went down. So, nowadays, having two backs and two backs that are potential starters, that's the difference. These two backs both were over 1,000 yards last year. So that lets you know behind this really good offensive line that they're only going to get better, this offensive line.
52-yard drive, 7 plays. The 2-point conversion, no good. The give was to Larson. And there was a nice hole coming up, making a beautiful play on that. And I tell you what, it was kind of a statement play here, Jerome, from the defensive line.
6 foot, 300 pounds. This is what it tastes like right there.
Woo!
And now you're talking about shooting the gap, no quit, come up and make a play. You're down, pretty big, but you still have to come up and make a play. And it looks like Lawson did not get in the end zone on the last play.
Okay.
It's still 28-14.
I called that a 2-point conversion. Correct me on that. It's actually a second down 5. The give was to Lawson. They marked him down at around the 3.
Right.
I thought he got in at the pylon, and it looked good.
Right. I think one of the officials actually called it a touchdown, too. I think they kind of conversed and realized, and they said, no, it was right at the 1-yard line, and then Harrisburg made a good defensive play. So it's still 28-14 right now.
9th play of this drive, third down, ball, 2-yard lines, 3rd and 2. Ball spotted at the 2. The give is to Robinson, the horse. And, man, across the middle, that's his 4th touchdown of the day. Touchdown. Ride it when you need it. 10-play drive, 2-yard touchdown, capped by Robinson, his 4th of the day.
And this is just coming right at you, sports fans, from the end zone, right at you. Harrisburg, good effort, but Robinson and his power get you across the end zone for the Crusaders.
That whole touchdown was set up, really, by Lawson. Lawson was 52 yards on 3 carries. Swegert's point after is up. And it is good. 35-14, 8:26 to play. More football after these messages.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports. Wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking. Exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into the...
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
4 touchdowns on the day for Andre Robinson. 1 of 17, 1 of 7, 1 of 35, and 1 of 2. And it's been the day that we expected for him.
Definitely been the day he's carried the load, and don't be surprised if you don't see him much. And heck, you really didn't see him much on that drive.
Punch taken by Sean Wade Proctor. Proctor crossed the 40-yard line at 8:19 to play. If you're just tuning in with us, Rob Martin, the Rutgers recruit, went down early in the third quarter on their first possession. And so did Darius Ray, but Darius Ray is back in the game. He should probably get most of the carries to start off here to see. And we feel terrible. We hope the best for him. We hope the best for Rob Martin. We hope that he's okay.
And I think that for the Cougars, that's a bright sight to see Darius Ray out there. And I think because he's a starter too. They have a very similar situation that McDevitt had at running back with 2 running backs that can do real well. And right now in this game, Ray was doing a lot of the damage. So that lets you know, especially on the long ball, Ray has the ability to take it the distance as well. So the key is going to be to keep him healthy. They'll probably find another back that will be able to supplement what he can do, and I think that's going to be important. But seeing Ray out there is definitely a good sign, and for Harrisburg fans across the region to see that. You don't want to see your big guy going down, but when you have somebody like Ray that can come in for Martin and spell him, that lets you know that you still have a good running game that you can go to.
4th possession of the second half. Harrisburg's had 8 total possessions on the day. Shotgun formation, but hold on, we have whistles. And it's going to go against the Harrisburg defense. False start on the Harrisburg Cougars. Backing them up. Ball spot on 38. It's going to be first down and 20, 8:15 to play. See the coaching staff there. I'm sure that they're breathing that sigh of relief, that Crusader staff. They've got a lot of great guys over there. We've got a lot of guys on both sides making. That's the great thing about high school football. So many coaches involved out here with the youth, making a difference in leadership positions. The give is to Darius Ray. He's going to pick up about 4. It's good to see him running the ball. He went down on injury in the third quarter just to play before Martin went down.
Right.
So Harrisburg had lost 2 of their receivers.
And I initially thought that it was that he cramped up a little bit, but then when he went off the field, it seemed like it was a little more substantial than that. And he's still gimping around. I mean, he's still not right now. So you're seeing him, he's still limping back there. He has his left leg wrapped up though.
Clark shotgun formation and twins to the left and single to the right, and flags down again. 5 penalties total, 2 turnovers against Harrisburg. 2 fumbles that led up. Those 2 fumbles were crucial because they led to 2 touchdowns for the Crusaders and a safety. There's a nice shot of Marcilio today. He came in, he had big shoes to fill. He had gone to school prior to this to play hockey. Came back to McDevitt, just a little inside, and now he's the starting quarterback. And I think today he's really had some nice. He's thrown a good ball when he needed to.
Right. And like you said, he has real good size at 6'3". Him being able to see over the line of scrimmage, I think, is a very good thing for a quarterback being that tall.
Clark floats the pass, almost intercepted. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down a lot. 3rd down and 20. Ball spotted on the 33-yard line. 35-14. you're just tuning in, we've got more football to come up next Friday night, Cumberland Valley. 6:45, we start our live feed. If you like it, YouTube, Invica Sports. Also catch us on ABC 27's live feed. We want to thank today Faulkner and Honda and Faulkner Subaru for presenting this game with Invica Sports and ABC 27. Dauphin County and the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We want to thank them all for making this possible today. And if you like this, we're going to continue to bring you great football matchups. We've got it here in Central PA. This is a great place to tune in for football. Also, Penn Dutch Furniture. You want some great change in the house, a new ambiance, as Jerome has talked about a little bit. Go to Penn Dutch Furniture. There's a bad snap and a fumble. It's going to be recovered by Perlowski.
Yeah, that's the fourth or fifth bad snap, and it's just that's something that the Cougars are going to work on a lot this week because you've given up turnovers as a result of it.
That's three,
and they're all right too. They all seem to be going right, floating right from the center. So that is something they definitely have to clean up moving forward in the league.
That was the third fumble of the game. So as you can say, they've set up two takeovers, 2+ takeovers for Bishop McDevitt. They've taken 2 fumbles and then marched them down the field for touchdowns. This is the third fumble. They've also received a safety. Now we have a backup quarterback in. Swaggart, the kicker, is back in now. Arcilio is going to take a day's rest. And we're looking at some of really guys who are starting defense, offense playing now. That give was to number 28, Quashawn Jenkins.
You're starting to see the backup.
He's 215 pounds,
right.
6'1". There's nothing shabby there.
But that's when you this is the luxury you have when you're a McDevitt, when you're a very talented club and you get a big lead. You're able to get some backup players in the game against quality starters for experience. So then next year, when we're talking about new guys that we haven't seen much, we know that they've come in the game and they've gotten experience and they're ready to roll.
We've got an offside. We've got a jump on the left side. That's going to go against Anthony Long, the sophomore. Now he's 6'3", 290, almost a 300-pounder. He's going to jump off sides.
Yeah, McDevitt both of these teams have never had a problem with size. I mean, you see these guys. I mean, I feel tiny when I'm out on the field against these guys. And I know I went down at pregame and just seeing some of these players at McDevitt, the running backs to the linemen, just size, a lot of it.
Well, you kind of can see right now just a little bit of trouble. We've got a wholesale substitutions in, and they've jumped again. Bishop McDevitt has 2 penalties and two snaps.
And that's what you have. Remember, the new quarterback cadence. So it sounds a little different. The quarterback they've been used to is Marcilio the whole game. Get a new quarterback in, and so that can be part of it as well. And that's what happens when you get some of these younger guys in that are really itching to get their time on the field.
Going to give Coach Rector and the team a good look at some of these younger guys. It's going to be a third down. Ball spot on the 31-yard line, 5:43 to play.
And now, if you're McDevitt, I think the key for them is just to try to kill some clock and just run the ball. There's no need to put the ball in the air much, but you're seeing here, you give your young quarterback a chance to throw the ball, and he delivers a great ball, too, on and out.
That pass was incomplete. Throws a great ball. Kevin Lentz, the sophomore, he's 6'2", 175 pounds. He's going to drop that ball. He wish he had it back because he would have picked up the first down.
Yeah, he definitely wants that back. He's a 10th grader, so he's a real young kid, 6'2", 175 pounds. How great is it for him to get an opportunity to get out there and try to catch a ball in a big game like this?
It's going to be only the second punting opportunity for McDevitt, but they're going to need to take a timeout. Swaggart saw something he didn't like. Timeout, Bishop McDevitt. 35-14. The Crusaders settled down after the early first half. And if you're in the need for furniture, Penn Dutch Furniture, the Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. Your fine-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. They even customize make furniture. That's heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. They're open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Penn Dutch Furniture. You like saying ambiance, don't you?
I do. I always liked ambiance. I look for it in every restaurant I go to.
They find ways to put it in sentences.
I go to rib joint and find ambiance. How about you?
Probably.
No, you eat too healthy now. You don't eat ribs anymore. I can't talk to you about anything. Yeah, he's Mr. Health Nut now. You know, Jerome, come on, man.
You know, I can't be one of these fine-tuned athletes like these guys out here. So I gotta take every advantage I can get.
That's right. There's another penalty on Harrisburg. That's their 6th of the game. That's going to back them up offensively. And I think you're starting to see a few substitutions on the Harrisburg side now.
Yeah, and that's not a bad idea either. I mean, this has been a tough, hard-fought game. A lot of hard hitting. A lot of tough football.
Wechter looking downfield. It throws. Now we got flags down. So much happened there. We have to roll everything back here to see what's going on.
I think you have a lot of people downfield. A lot of players downfield that didn't need to be downfield, and I think that's probably the call.
Well, first of all, the ball went over Swiggert's head. Swigert picked it up, took an opportunity to throw it downfield. Just a little short, but it looked like we had 11 players downfield.
Yeah, it's like the entire team.
The team. The Crusaders were downfield.
Everyone was open.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, a lot of players open right here. But again, snap problems, new quarterback, new center probably as well. So it's, it got a lot going on.
And I thought I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold dome helmets. All linemen down the field.
Well, I think this game was definitely what it was billed to be. I mean, I up until the injury situation for the Cougars, I thought it was still a pretty close game, pretty well fought contest early in the game. For those that didn't catch it, Darius Davis-Ray initially went down with a leg injury. He did come back though. But then, and I don't think he's himself, though. He still was limping around, and he's not out right now. And then Robert Martin went down with an apparent leg injury that it didn't seem like a contact injury. He made a step to plant to go in another direction, and his knee just kind of gave out on him. So, again, we're hoping that both of those players are well and they're on a speedy recovery so we can see them out on the field again.
Now, this Crusader crowd is staying. They are staying. They are staying here. And you know what? You can't not tell me if we went to ask one of those kids, what are the goals for this season? And they will tell you to win their last game. That's what Coach Rector said in the paper. We want to win our last game. That last game, they've been there several times now, and that's the state championship.
Right.
They have won one state championship in 1995 under the direction of Mr. Ford Chapman, and they knock on the door. Last year, I thought that was a very effective team going into that state championship matchup.
Right.
But unfortunately, they ran into an offense that was really, really good. And they went down. But, they have a wealth of experience. They have a wealth of speed. I don't know what it looks like for them, but until that big Keystone matchup, I tell you what, this team might roll into that Susquehanna game.
Well, that Susquehanna game, I mean, the Mid-Penn Keystone is not going to be a rollover division for them. They're going to earn it. And not saying that they can't run the table, have a good year, but they have a couple of games. And I think next week's game against Central Dauphin will be interesting. I got a chance to see that Central Dauphin game last night. And they definitely have some players on that team. They were able to take out Manheim Township last night in a hard-fought game, but Central Dauphin has a lot of talent. They're very big. They have a lot of size. They have that big tackle, Dalton Brill, up top, who's definitely looking at Division I opportunities himself. So that's going to be a game for them. And we already talked about what Susquehanna Township can bring as far as a competitive nature as well. So it won't be just easy sailing where the Crusaders can just come out and just win. They have to fight and play very hard in order to get that opportunity.
Yes, McDevitt is at September 6th at Central Dauphin, September 13th. The following week, Cumberland Valley. The 20th, they have Mechanicsburg, and on the 27th, we'll have that game, Susquehanna Township away. Then they go Hershey, Lower Dauphin, Redland, Cedar Cliff, and end at Palmyra.
Yeah, and that's a nice little schedule. And I mean, that Cedar Cliff game, that's going to be another big contest against Cedar Cliff, who I mean, arguably they have a very good offense, and Andrew Ford, the Texas A&M recruit quarterback at Cedar Cliff. So, you know, the talent's going to be there. It's a hall fought. I think it prepares them very well for the district and state realm. I just think that when you get to the state level, you have to increase your level significantly against some of those Western powers that come at you. Archbishop Wood is looked at to be a very good contender as well.
Well, it's 4th down, 10 to go, 3:36 to play. And you know what time it is? It's time for the Dauphin County Hit Parade, Jerome.
Parade. Now, we only show legal hits that are sound tackles because, you know, we are all talking about safety, NFL, college, high school, Little League, Pop Warner. You got to learn how to tackle, but you can come up and lay the wood on some people legally and appropriately, and that's what we bring you with the Hit Parade. So you see it here, just guys coming up playing good, solid football, good Pennsylvania solid football.
Shoulder, head down.
I know, and I know what the talk is about PA football and how it's going down. What we're seeing here is PA football is alive and well, especially in central Pennsylvania.
We want to thank Dauphin County for the Hit Parade.
The Hit Parade. That's what I'm talking about.
4th down and 4. It was. That was actually a penalty that flagged down. It was a false start. It's going to be declined. That's going to give Bishop McDevitt their ball. 6th possession of the second half for McDevitt. Not much on the 5th possession of the second half for Harrisburg.
Right. And again, Harrisburg, like you said, is starting to bring in and change some players as well. And, you know, this is a hard loss for them because I think they felt that they were in the game. The Cougars
and they were.
They were in the game.
Every bit of the first half.
They played very well. And again, you know, when you have injuries and scary injuries, it can take the steam right out of you. And I think that may have had something to do with it. And then McDevitt capitalized on that too. So.
The give was to Jenkins on the right side. It looks like they're going to be content here, Bishop McDevitt, to run the ball, to give it to Jenkins. Jenkins starts on defense.
Right.
He's now getting some opportunities at the running back position. Don't be surprised if he thinks he can't take one to the house.
Oh, definitely. I'll tell you what I do like. We talk about rivalry games and how, you know, Harrisburg McDevitt's a rival. And but it's a clean game. You know, today was a very clean game. We didn't see a bunch of you know, just unnecessary anything. It just was a clean game from two competitors, and that's hats off to the kids and the coaching staff for the programs that they've developed. And that's, you know, when you see that all over the region, that's great to see. And when you have rivals, though, that can bring out the worst in some rivals, but not in this contest today. This is just great football and a great way to start the season for these two clubs. I think they both have a lot to build on. But also, you know, you always want to clean up some stuff too. Even if you're McDevitt up 35-14, you still going to look at the tape and you're going to realize, you know what, there's some things we got to get ready for next week when we take on the Rams.
The give is to Matt Geiger, the freshman. He is a freshman, 5'10", given to the left side. And he's going to actually lose one, bringing up a 3rd down. He's going to bring a 3rd down and 9 for Bishop McDevitt. And not once has that Bishop McDevitt coaching staff stopped coaching.
Oh no, because you're coaching your next group. You know, you're getting your next group ready. When we're talking about a year or 2 years down the road, these are the guys we're going to be talking about. So, you know, that's how you build a program, is you have to continue coaching those young guys when they get in the field, regardless what the score is. They're trying to make, you know, an impact and learn. And there's no way better to learn than being on the field in a big game in the heat like this.
Geiger's going to pick up 6 on that carry, but it's still going to be a punting opportunity for Bishop McDevitt.
And there's some of the Crusaders right there. You see Lawson taking a breather. You know, he spelled Robinson today and just had an amazing game overall. So, you know, you just see the talent. We talked about that talent, the deep play of the Crusaders and how much talent they do have this year and every year for that matter.
3 and out for McDevitt. Going to give Harrisburg the ball back. And they got a beautiful roll on that punt. 35-14. In a game in the first half, we really had a lot of wrinkles, but the momentum shifted in favor of the Crusaders, and then they capitalized on second half turnovers. 3 fumbles and a safety. 2 fumbles led to touchdowns by the Crusaders, then a safety, and that was really all she wrote.
Yeah, typically when you have that many turnovers, it's hard to overcome them. You mix that with injuries, then it makes it even more difficult. The Crusaders, they're what is advertised, I believe, and I think the Cougars definitely will improve as the year goes on. There's some good things we've seen from them. I think we saw that they have an offensive line that can play and that can move some people, and they have a defense that's aggressive, that plays tough, speed football, which is very important as well. So they have a lot to build on too.
Clark with the keeper off to the left side. Coming up to make the tackle, number 40, Jake Phillips, the junior, 5'9", 200 pounds. Going to bring up a second down and 12. That was a loss of 2 on the play. Crowd is shuffling away here a little bit. Most of the Cougar fans have started to make their approach, as we said earlier, make their approach home, and the parking lot's clearing out. But we had a beautiful day of football here. Beautiful field. If you haven't come to see this new field, it was dedicated today, and they had a great dedication in pregame.
Right.
Mr. Rocco Artenzio spoke today. The field was named in his honor, a 1950 graduate. That's what is on the front brick as you walk in. Rocco Artenzio here at McDevitt. They left Market Street. They were there for 77 years playing up there.
Isn't that, and that venue has so much. You think of LaShawn McCoy for the Philadelphia Eagles and Ricky Waters and, all that talent that played on that field,
No doubt.
It's now there's a new legacy. And you have guys like Robinson and Lawson who will begin the process of establishing a new legacy at this beautiful facility here at One Crusader Way. We're the new home of the Crusaders and the new home of the Bishop McDevitt School. This is a beautiful, beautiful venue, and I would imagine this was in the works for a long time.
Oh, yes.
For this school to have an opportunity like this, and that's what you like to see. And I know one of the things about the South is you see some of these Southern schools, they're building facilities for their football teams, and they take it that serious. So it's good to see venues like this. We see Milton Hershey's venue up in Hershey. That's a beautiful, beautiful venue. And you have the Hershey team there, the high school team. They play at the stadium where Hershey Park is. So there are some really good areas and good venues where teams are playing, and Western teams are playing over there where the Steelers play. So Pennsylvania football is not dead.
Well, that was the last play of the game, and that is official. It's in the books. This first Saturday matchup. And we won't see this matchup for maybe another 3 years. The old Market Street March, the Market Street matchup is over. It's going to go in favor of Bishop McDevitt, 35-14, on a day when Andre Robinson, scores 4 touchdowns, 17, 7, 35, and a 2. And what an effective day it was for him.
Definitely. And no club in the Commonwealth Division can look at the Cougars and say, oh, that's going to be an easy out.
No way.
The Cougars are going to play tough. They opened up. You got to give them credit. They opened up against the number 2 team in AAA, and for at least a half, they were blow for blow. So, the rest of the Commonwealth, the Cougars are here, and they want to put their stamp. Yes, they're coming off of a loss, but they want to be here, and they're going to be recognized. And it'll be interesting to see how they handle the rest of the way down. And looking at the schedule, next week, September 7th, they will be home against Wilson West Lawn at 1 p.m. for those Cougar fans.
So
that'll be a nice matchup. Again, we hope Robinson is okay moving forward. And then the Crusaders, they next week are home against Central Dauphin. So they are back here against Central Dauphin. The Rams come to town, and we talked a little bit about the Rams yesterday. They pulled out a 21-10 victory over Manheim Township in another hard-fought contest until the end. So, the season has begun. Both of these teams got to patch up some of their wounded to get ready for the next hard-fought game, because in the Commonwealth and in the Keystone, every game is hard-fought. So there is no days off. There is no week off. You got to be ready to go the next week.
Bishop McDevitt wins this one 35-14. We'll have some post-game on our return.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
No matter what the forecast is, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive can handle all weather conditions.
It's a new 2013 Subaru Legacy for $185 a month for 36 months.
Or lease this all-new 2013 Subaru Outback for $265 a month for 42 months. At Faulkner Subaru, where we have a Subaru for you. No matter what the weather is like, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Alberto, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Stop by and check out our...
Wow, how do I already mess up?
Family first rewards.
It's just the wording is just really horrible, Pete. Thanks.
I'm supposed to go into it.
I know why I'm the problem child.
Don't make it awkward, just nice and easy.
We might not always get it right, but you can. Stop in this month at the Faulkner Honda Summer Clearance Event.
Fine day here. We're with the Faulkner Subaru post game. Go see the guys at Faulkner Subaru and Faulkner Honda. I am living proof. I have bought my 6th car off Faulkner Subaru, sporting that Forester. We thank them today. We thank our Invica crew, our staff, our cameraman, our editors, ABC 27, and Dutch Furniture. We're going to come up with our Dutch Furniture player of the game, and that would be Mr. Andre Robinson. 4 touchdowns on the day of 17. There's a 17-yard scamper off the left side. Squared his shoulders, and as Jerome said, kept the legs moving for a touchdown. He had a touchdown of 7, a touchdown of 17, touchdown of 2, and a touchdown of 35 yards. Put another 150 yards in the book for Andre Robinson, and he is set for a big matchup next week against Central Dauphin, and in 2 weeks we'll see them again for sure against Susquehanna Township. He's our Dutch Furniture player of the game, Jerome.
And he's everything that he's billed to be. I mean, again, we talked about how his vision is, how good he is, how tough of a runner he is. And I'll tell you what, he's going to be a very, very hard back to contend. I think the biggest thing is going to be making sure that, you know, he can be as injury-free as possible. And having Lawson is going to be huge. Having that 1-2 punch is great because he doesn't have to carry the ball 30 times a game to be effective. He can carry it 15 times, 120, 150, 200 yards, and then sit him. Lawson come in, carry the ball 12 times and get 100 yards too. So it's, they have a great 1-2 punch that I think will keep both of them fresh and healthy for the season, and that's going to be the plan moving forward.
Don Perry at Honda had Bishop McDevitt. Faulkner Subaru supported by Matt Smith. He supported the Harrisburg Cougars in the upset. There for a little bit, I thought Smitty was right. I thought, my goodness, correct me, I'm wrong. First play drive, first possession, Darius Ray breaks a tackle, keeps his feet moving, scampers 67 yards. They get the ball back on their second possession and score and go up 14-7. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I've got it all wrong. And you know what, though? In the trenches, where the game counts, you wear guys down with the defensive penetration. Pulaski and those guys, they have a linebacking core that looks like, in some cases, we've done some Shippensburg football team, they look like linebackers set to play not only Division II level, but the Division I level.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what you get. This is, when you see a Harrisburg McDevitt game, I think the biggest thing that you see from that game is this is a recruiting hotbed with these two teams. Whether you're a Division I recruit, Division I AA recruit, or Division I subdivision, championship division recruit, or Division II recruit, even Division III recruit, this is a recruiting hotbed, and you'll see multiple guys from both teams going to Division I. Now, I think that the key now is that they want to keep the momentum going. There are a lot of athletes on this field. There are a lot of athletes that can go in many different stadiums across the nation at the college level and play well, and this is where they come. To think about it, Robinson only being a junior right now, and we saw this kid right before our eyes after a good year last year. He looks like he's ready for college now.
I think he is. We want to thank everyone who brought this game forward. This is the Game of the Week, the Invica Sports Game of the Week, brought to you by ABC 27, Faulkner Honda, Faulkner Subaru. The Game of the Week next week, Cumberland Valley. Our live telecast will start at 6:45 on our live feed. Go to YouTube, punch in Invica Video, and you can see that game live Friday night if you can't make it. That's Cumberland Valley versus Central York. We've got great matchups to come. We're going to be here week after week bringing you some of the best. I'm Todd McCall, Jerome Presley. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.